Hello and a very good evening. Oh, hello, good afternoon. Oh, my screen's the wrong way round at the start. Hang on a minute, I'm ever so confused. Can we see Jan now or can you see me? Is that? I'm really confused. My screen's, hang on a minute, who are you looking at now, me or Jan? Me. Okay.
Oh, that's confusing, isn't it?
Are you the wrong way round? I'm the wrong way round. Yeah. There we go. Yes. Oh, hang on.
That's
there.
The one. Yeah.
Excellent news. Excellent
My goodness.
Stuff. I mean, that is the most professional
I thought I'd gone cross-eyed then.
Yeah.
Shall we start again?
Let's start again. I've always wanted to do a walk-on to the show. Can you put my name strap on when I come? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2. Well, hello and a very good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby and we are here for another 3-hour extravaganza. Yes, in case you didn't know, we have even more crafty goodness crammed into each and every day. This final show of the day will always start at 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock on the West Coast, and it's 3 hours as well. And we are delighted we've got 3 hours over the course of this next show because it is a launch party where we are bringing you some of the best launches of recent times, and on this particular launch party, not one but 2 brand new launches. Super excited to bring those to you just before we have a little bit of a sneak peek as to what those are. Also worth mentioning that with it being the start of a brand new month, we've got a brand new promotion for you as well, where if you spend £40 with us, we will give you £5 off. There is a code that you need. You should have had the email about this by now if you're a platinum member. The code is Feb 5 off 40, so FEB 5 off OFF 40. Use that code at checkout. If you spend over £40, you'll get £5, $5 off. We'll then send you another code for March. Do it again in March. We'll send you another code. We'll then send you another code for April. Do it again in April, and we'll give you 250 bonus points into your account in May. So plenty of reasons to shop and plenty of reasons to be shopping on this show. I tell you what, we've got a brand new card kit coming up for you in just a little while, which you're going to be off your rocker about.
Boom, boom.
Thank you. And the... Basil brushes in. Boom, boom. And also, what I think has been the hottest ticket of the day so far, this brand new Gemini Enchanted Storybook collection. The ability for you to be able to create your own story, whether it be in card form or whether it be this time round in dimensional form as well. And let's see this with the lovely Jan who joins me over the course of the next 3 hours. Jan, firstly, a very good evening, and how exciting is this launch party?
Honestly, to actually have a new item on launch party, it's very exciting, Ben. And I, for one, I loved this the first time round, and I know you guys did, because we could not. I was working at the store when the original version launched, and we could not keep that die on the shelf to save our lives. So the fact that we've now got version 2 in an enchanted form, so slightly different shapes going on, bit more detail, and also the templates to make the little secret box underneath as well. So I'm going to go through all this in detail with you during the show, so I'll show you how to put it all together. But basically you've got what is effectively the easel card on the top, and then inside here you've got that gorgeous little box detail to add whatever it may be you want to keep in there. You might want this on your desk and keep some crafty items in there. You might want to keep your little secret snacks in there. You might want to use it. I think it'd make a terrific jewellery box idea.
Yeah.
To keep on your sort of dressing table, anything like that. But yeah, whatever colourway, this has been done with the craft card. You've got a real vintagey feel to this one here. But just changing again, the colour scheme can make such a world of difference. So if I just bring in a couple of these that we've picked out to show you. So that was using images and papers from the Swan Lake collection there. So again, just changing it totally different into the blues and whites there. And again, they've all got that lovely little working drawer at the front for you to keep whatever it is. You might want to keep some spare papers in there if you're using it for crafting. Again, changing that colour scheme again. Whoops-a-daisy. That one wanted to join the party quicker than we anticipated. But again, changing that colour scheme again, you've got that black and green this time, incorporating a little bit of vellum in the front there. You've got all these lovely lovely loose leaves for the book that you can create. That gorgeous detail, added detail down the side. You can see it better there on the top of the box. And all the little embellishments that you see are all part of that collection. But if you don't want to make it as a 3D item, there's nothing to stop you just making the card element. So again, it makes a beautiful easel card. And I'll show you how to arrive at that. A couple of ways of doing that. Again, let the papers do the talking. That's from that Positive Thoughts collection there, and just that imagery on there is enough, you know, just with a couple of little embellishments. And again, you know, if you don't want the easel card style, using the actual book pages there, those leaves, just to make a decoration for, you know, this is just an 8x8 card, and actually popping them with that dimension and those extra details just as a piece to enjoy on a card front. Make a nice little box to put it in. You've got a real nice card stroke gift really for someone that's going to be the recipient. So yeah, very excited. I love anything like this. I love the first one. I made both my girls a couple of years ago their birthday cards using the original Storybook, and they've both of them still got them up as ornaments, as decorations on their bookshelves, because they just enjoyed them so much. So yeah, really, really nice little set of dies there. So we'll talk about those a bit more, and we're going to start off with a demo with those. So have you got anything else to do over there, Ben? Are we going straight into demo?
I will give you a chance to just get limbered up and ready to go.
Fantastic.
Wow, the chat about this already is very, very excited. We're getting very busy for this. In fact, I know loads of you savvy shoppers have already jumped in and got this collection. I'll tell you straight off the bat, we have lost 30% of the stock already. I know, it is super, super busy. No word of a lie, sometimes with new deals, I tend not to look at the price of things before we come on air. I'm shocked at that. I am shocked at that price when you consider what you're going to be getting for your money and what you can achieve with this collection. $19.99 or $23.96 is your platinum price. You'll get all of the dies within this collection to be able to create all of the different pages, whatever story that you want to be able to write. I love all of the different embellishments that you've got in this collection as well. And then, of course, you've got the ability to be able to create those boxes too with the templates which are included. Love the idea of a little jewelry box. Love the idea of maybe creating a little Valentine sort of theme box, and you could fill that bottom layer with chocolate. That's a running theme today as well, isn't it? But also love the idea. We didn't actually open the chocolate after all that. We were so busy getting our own teas and whatnot and getting ready for this show, we never actually opened the chocolate from the last show. After the show. Yeah, so super versatile, and I am as keen as you are to get on to seeing this in action. So grab this now whilst you can. It's a heck of a buy for £20, $23, and 30% of the stock has gone. The other new item I just want to quickly pop into your mind, which I think you're going to love, particularly if you aren't new to crafting, and actually if you just love a kit which is there for those days when the crafty mojo isn't quite there, but you want a bit of a crafty fix. When perhaps you've forgotten a particular occasion and you need a card in a hurry, that's what you've got with this Rocker card kit. It's the Spring Greetings collection, and it allows you to create really cute rocker cards, just like the one that you're seeing here. And what I love about this is, if you are new, you need no crafting experience to be able to pop together cards that look as brilliant as this. It's all about getting yourself some adhesive, so if you can get some foam pads, maybe a tape pen along with one of these collections as well, and you have all the elements within this collection to literally pop out all the bits and pieces you need. You've got all of the card blanks in there as well. It's a case of a little bit of folding, a little bit of scoring, loads of sticking, decorated up your card, and you will be able to create some amazing makes with this collection. 492 elements. It will make 20 cards, but what I would say to you is 20 card blanks. You'll make a lot more because you'll not use all of the embellishments, I wouldn't have thought, on all of the cards, so you have plenty of embellishments left over to play with. We'll have a look at these later on. That's, again, a great price. So all you need tonight, really, to enjoy the two new launches, £20, $24, and you can indulge this evening. That's coming up later on. And Johnny, genius. That's why they're paying the big bucks. He says, get both tonight. Yeah? Give you 5 off, won't we? Use that code that I've just given you. You will get the £5 off. So it sweetens the deal even more for you. You can pick up both of these tonight for an unbelievable deal and with a further discount. But that's to come. Let's get cracking with the Enchanted Storybook collection. I can't wait to see this in action, Jan.
Honestly, you've got everything that you need in here to be able to make this design, all right? And the reason we've been able to keep that cost so realistic for you is that we've done part of this with the metal work, and then as you've become used to now with some of our die ranges, we've included the Mylar templates in there to create the actual box. So this, you know, if you can imagine extra metal work for these, that's going to bump the price up. So being able to have these and have these to keep, just to draw around, cut out, they're nice simple shapes to cut around. I'm going to show you how we put those together, and then you've got the metal work here to cut out all those beautiful pages for the book, along with several pieces of embellishments there to help, you know, decorate when you've actually got that far. So we're literally going to take it a step at a time, and we're going to work our way through. So I've got some pieces already cut, and I'm going to show you how I've arrived at that. I've got all sorts of scrap left over. I've got some paper from the Bell Countryside paper pad, which I think you had on. Was it yesterday it was on? Yeah. And then I've also got some cardstock that matched it from that luxury card pack that went with the paper pad. So again, these colours just sort of lent themselves. You can see how, you know, when you put them with the paper pad, it's all been matched up. And I've chosen different textures. I've got the pearlised piece for the green, and I've got some of the textured card for that lovely pink. Yeah. And then I also pinched a little bit of the vellum from the one we had on earlier, Ben, from the Secret Garden. Again, to use that and incorporate that. So what I did was actually take my die set, and you've got the first one. I'm going to cut this one again just to show you that detail, and then I have some of the others already cut out. So this one's actually going to be the largest one, making sure that if you've got anything that's directional, you need the curved part at the top, and the pointed part of the die is going to be the base of the book. All right, so just think about, obviously with the plain one it doesn't really matter, but if I was going to start cutting something out of here, just make sure you've got that little point at the bottom edge there. Yeah. So again, I'm just going to take that one down along the edge, and we're going to cut that one out. Okay. And then you've got a series of these, and I love the fact that this one's got that gorgeous torn edge on it. So if I pop you these over here, you can see them a bit better. So again, you've got that page that looks as if it's been loved. You know, it's been sort of turned so many times that maybe the edges have got a little bit tatty, and that's what gives it that vintage feel. So that's your next layer. Then the next one after that has also got that same kind of impression. So if I show you what I've got here as we go along, I did the next one down in that gold satin mirror card there. So we're going to introduce a little bit of gold into the scheme. And then I've taken the next one down and cut that out of the pink. And I've just inked around the edges there just to give that little bit of sort of vintage feel to it. So these are going to layer up beautifully. And then the next two are more of a sort of well, not a straight edge, but a plain edge there. So again, I've got one that I've cut out of the patterned paper, and again, just inked around those edges to keep that theme. And then the last one, I've cut the little one. This is the one that comes at the front, and I've cut that out of that vellum. Okay. So we're going to actually layer these up and have the vellum one just on the top here as that top layer. Great. So what I want to do then, first of all, is just cut this one, because we need this one to add into our system. So there's a couple of ways of doing this to make the easel card. Now I chose to cut 3 separate pieces, and I'm going to show you how I've sort of hinged those to put them together. Alternatively, if you've got a piece of card large enough that you can put a fold in it, all right, you can actually just hang your die over the edge of the fold and cut it so that you get the opening part and the fold still in place. So we actually need 2 pieces of this. We need a base, and we need the piece that's going to fold in half to make the easel. Yeah. And then we've got the other piece that I've already cut that's going to go on the front. So let me show you what I mean when we've cut this one out. So I'm going to pop this through the Gemini, and then we can start and layer up our pages, and then we'll show you how to use those templates to make the box, and we'll make the whole thing from start to finish so that you can see how it goes together. And again, it's not difficult. You know, if you're used to making easel cards, you'll know how these go together. If you're used to making boxes, it's just like half of a box. It's like the bottom half of the box with a wrap around it. And we're going to do something very similar. I hadn't actually had a chance to play with this before I did it, but I've got a craft along coming up on Thursday, and we're going to do something very similar in the craft along without using the templates. Yes, so we're going to have our Ben crafting along again. So let's just take that one away. We've got the waist bit there that we don't need. Get rid of the tape, and you've got some lovely cut-in detail on this one. So when we take that one away, it's actually pulled all that out for me there already. So if I pop you that over the pink now, gorgeous detail just in the edge of that there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can see, you know, if you imagine this was a card blank, just starting to build those layers up, just to keep it as a, you know, a card. Absolutely gorgeous. Now what we need to do is create some shaping in here. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this, and what I thought I would do is make use of what we've got around us. So I'm going to take my little mini there, and I'm literally just going to actually use it.
I've never seen it used like that before.
Yep, there's always a way. Last time when we had these originally, it was the old rolling pin out of the drawer.
Oh yeah.
But I just thought, mine was sat on my desk at home, and I just thought, actually, we just want to start and create some shape, and then I'm going to score a line down the centre. So I'm going to do this on each one and just roll it over the top. If you've got the midi, you could use that one as well, or anything really that's got that rounded shape, just to create some dimension on those pages. So on each one, we'll just quickly pop that.
Whilst you're popping that over there, there's loads of comments coming through. Loads of you are buying this or have already bought this. Just received mine, says Kathy. I'm going to try mine with a masquerade paper.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd look stunning.
Mary Lee says, I've just ordered the dies. Can't wait to see what Jan does with them. I'm so excited to add it to the original set. Rose says, I bought this already on HSN. It arrived over the weekend. Can't wait to see what Jan does. Deborah says, hi again, everyone. I've ordered the Storybook die set Mark II. It's so versatile. Nicholas says, I've resisted all day, but I've just succumbed. How can I not at these prices? Marilyn says, I received this last week. I cannot wait to start making cards. I'm so looking forward to the demos. We're almost a third of the stock has disappeared. We are so busy for this. I mean, do you know what? To be able to pick up a brand new launch tonight for £20, $23.96 is amazing. Let us know if you're buying it. Let us know if you've already got it. And keep the questions coming through as well, because we do have some questions which we will tackle in just a few moments.
Absolutely.
If you want to send any pictures as well, by the way, Pammy just says, I've sent a picture of one of my completed projects with this set.
Brilliant.
Feel free to send those through.
So, this is where you've heard us talk about popping the line down your scoreboard. This is where this really comes in handy.
Yeah.
Because what I'm going to do is literally take that centre point at the bottom and where that curve dips at the top, just make sure that I'm running sort of parallel to the lines at the side and it's not wonky. And then we're literally going to pop a nice score line down the centre so that we can start and get some more dimension going on, and you can see how it very quickly starts to resemble that book page. Yeah. So that's number one. We're just going to quickly do that with all of them.
Sarah was asking, would the book fit inside the box? I guess the smaller pages of the book would fit in the box if you wanted.
Yes, it will. Yes, because when we actually pop it on top of the box, it does fit inside the parameters of the sleeve. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So again, we've got that second layer there. We've got the third one. Just do that quickly. I didn't want to sort of prep too much of this because I wanted you to see how it comes together. Yeah. So whereas I've done a little bit of the die cutting, I wanted to show you how quick this is to actually do. So again, you can see where that line there comes in handy, because if you're sort of thinking, right, I'm going to start on the 2 line here, or which one is it underneath?
Yeah.
This is dead easy to visualise and actually sort of go from one to the other with confidence there. And then last of all, we want that nice bit of vellum. And just remember, when it's the vellum, just be mindful that it wants to be nice, gentle, repetitive lines rather than one deep one that'll go straight through your vellum. All right, and then again we're just going to fold that. So we've got all those pieces at the ready, and then what I'm going to do, you can start and you can stick these however you want. You can actually start and build up with some foam pads, which is what I'm going to do. So I want to create some dimension between the pages. So you can use your 3D Collal glue, you could use hot glue with it, or you could pop in with the foam pads. So on the back of this one, I'm actually going to just put them in the middle, like so. And I think we'll just go with the one layer because I'm going to put them under more than one piece. So we've got this one going on here. And again, they've all been done nicely so that you can see when we pop those score lines in together with the foam pads underneath, it's just creating that little bit of dimension to start and lift these up a wee bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we'll just reinforce that line in the centre there. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to pop some under each layer to create that illusion that we've got that lovely sort of book fold going on.
I think like the dies would lend themselves quite nicely to like a little thing for a table setting for a party or a wedding potentially as well.
Yeah, so just like little mini,
like
if you were doing like a dinner party, you could put the menu on it, couldn't you? You could run a piece through your computer, print the menu and then cut it out with the die.
And the box, right? What could you put in the box if you got it on the table? Put your condiments in there.
Your condiments, so you could have like the mints for afterwards to go with the coffee.
Genius.
There's all sorts of permutations, isn't it? It doesn't have to be just paper craft, honestly. There's so many different things. And if you're anything like me, your mind goes into overdrive. I just start thinking of all the things I can do, hence the notepad, because, you know, my memory is getting shocking. I don't know about anybody else as you get older. I used to have a really good memory when I was younger, but lately, if I don't write it down, it's gone forever.
Do you ever do that thing when you walk into a room to do something and by the time you got to the room you don't know why you walked in there?
Why you stood there, absolutely. Now the top one, I'm not going to pop anything under there, but what I have done is I've grabbed a bit of the gold thread and I'm going to put that right through the middle and secure it on the back, and that will be enough to hold that last little leaf in place because it's only vellum. It's not too heavy there. So again, I'm just going to grab a couple of bits of tape to secure it, and I've only got my red line tape with me, so that will work on the back. We're not going to see much of the back there anyway. And literally, I'll take that out just for a second until we've done the first one there. Just secure it on the back, and then we can slot that vellum one back underneath because it's loose.
Crafty Angie just says, Ben, I ordered this from HSN. Today, I ordered it again from Crafter's Companion. I usually make multiple cards and thought it would cut time if I can pass two at the same time. What
a brilliant idea. Yeah, that is brilliant. I love that. So that's my way of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally to stop that sliding up and down, I'm just going to use my dotty tape pen and I'm going to put a little, just a fraction there to hold it in place, so that it doesn't keep slipping up and down. So I've not added any extra dimension under that one, but it'll just stop it sliding backwards and forwards. So you can see this could be the beginnings of your storybook if you're wanting to pop it on the top of a card. You know, use a card blank to have it on, and then we can embellish. And then what I've done is I've cut two more of these. So I've got the original green one, and I don't need to put a score line in this one because this is going to go flat on the top of the box when we've made the box. And then I've cut a second one and I've sort of turned it in my scoreboard, scored at about 1/2 inch, and then I found the centre way and scored down the centre. So this is one way of making your easel. You can see there that we're creating that beginnings of the easel card. The other way, like I said, was to overhang your die so that you've got the fold trapped in there, and this would all be one piece then. But I just sort of worked through it and did it this way, and I've popped a little bit of tape. I'm going to line up those edges here.
Do you know what, Rose, send us through your ideas what you're going to use yours for. Rose says, what about a recipe for cookies, then put the cookies in the box?
In the box.
Or have a
Fudge, something like that, yeah. Oh.
Rose says you could also have a tea theme with the tea bags in the box. Jan and Ben have got my mind going. Well, you've got our minds going as well. I love
all sorts of ideas. As I say, it's sort of never ending, really, isn't it? It's like if you were going to do it for, you know, if you've got grandchildren or anything like that, you could sort of make it in a theme that suits them and then put sort of like candy inside that look like jewels and things like that, sort of along that princess theme. Yeah. You know, for the little girls. For the boys, you could put sweets in there that were more relevant, but yeah. So you can see now that we've got this, we're going to end up with this kind of effect for the top. So if I just spin that one round, I've not stuck that last piece on yet, but we're going to create this kind of effect for the top of our box. All right. So I'm going to pop that to one side for a second and come back to those templates. So literally, it is as simple as choosing your cardstock for your box, and you won't be surprised to know that I've gone for the craft card. Okay. And you're literally going to pop this on your craft card. You're going to draw around it, and I actually used the corner here to place it along the bottom. So literally I had it right down in the corner so that I'd got two straight edges to work with. Drew around it, including the lines inside here. So all the ones that go in the middle. And then you're literally going to cut it out. So it's as simple as that. What, so
for new people watching as well, for making the constructions a bit, what sort of the lowest weight of cardstock you would recommend?
I do prefer the 300, I must admit. I wouldn't go much lower than sort of 250 for your construction, unless you're going to start reinforcing areas of it, because what you'll find is that it does buckle a little bit. A lot of it depends how many mats and layers. If you're going to start heavily matting and layering, that's going to sort of strengthen those side pieces. But yeah, I tend to sort of go with 250 upwards when I'm doing anything construction wise. So I love such as the craft card, the matte black, the white stamping card, a core cardstocks, the Centura Pearl. They would all work for that construction side of it. So you can see here that this is going to make the equivalent of like either making a base or a top for a box. Now all I've done is just taken a couple of strips of the paper from that 12-inch piece and just taken two there to put on the, and this is going to be, if I bring these back in again, you can see how we've got that long edge of the box showing. So this is actually going to be the box that slides in and out. So I've decorated the two long edges. You can add paper to the side, but just for this purpose I thought, well, we're not going to see those once they're inside anyway. So let's pop that one together. We can actually put this all together now. I don't need to do anything else with the box itself.
What about as well, potentially, using this as a really kind of extravagant over-the-top jigsaw box? You could have your main image, couldn't you, on the storybook.
Using the jigsaw dies.
And the jigsaw dies which we had on yesterday. Put your jigsaws inside the
Brilliant.
box. Loving all these ideas. I mean, that was my idea, but you know, loving all the other ideas as well. Keep them coming in. But this is the point, though, isn't it? If we're thinking of all these, and already you guys are thinking of all these ideas, just think about how many different things you can do with this set. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So again, I'm just going to make sure that that tape's stuck nice and well, because this is going to be the working part that slides in and out of that casing. So that was one of the templates that comes with your pack.
What size is that box, says Carleen?
Right, that's a very good question. Let's have a little look. So when it's finished there, we are looking at, excuse my head for a second, 7 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So 7 3/4 across by 5 1/4 deep, and about an inch, I think it is deep. 1 1/4 deep, all right, through the tray. Now we're just going to make it with one in, but there's no reason why you couldn't do multiples of these. So for example, if you make, you can see we've actually got this part here. So this is my tray, all right? And then we're going to make the wrap that slides it. So a little bit like the Matchbox style that slides in and out. If you were to make multiples of these, you could stick the two boxes on top of each other before you put the card on. You've got a double drawer. 3 boxes together, you've got a triple drawer. You could go as far as you want with them, because once you've seen how easy this goes together, there's nothing to stop you making multiples. So the second part of your template then is this one with the straight edges, and again you'll need to do this one twice. So all I've done again is used a straight edge and a corner on my craft card, and I've literally drawn the other 2 edges in. I actually cut this with my guillotine because they were nice straight edges, and then don't forget to actually pop the lines in here, and I didn't mention that on the other one when I told you to do that. What you will need to do then is take your scoreboard, and where you've drawn those lines, you're actually going to need to pop yourself a score line in. All right, so we've got 1.5 inch at this side, and then I spun it round and I lined up my pencil lines, and this one's just 1/2 inch on the other end, and then rub away any pencil lines that you've got. So what we've done then, we've created a side of the box here. So if you think about the depth of our box, we've got the side going on. Yeah. And then the smaller one is going to be our glue tab to join the two pieces together. You'll need to do this one twice, and we're going to end up with the two pieces. So you can see here I've added some tape, and I have gone with the red line tape. If you want to do this with glue, I would use your construction glue, which is your all-purpose there, because that dries and sets nice and hard. It gives your box a little bit more substance. Again, if you can use the tape pens, if you prefer to use those, the double-sided tape pen is plenty strong enough to actually join these together. So whatever your chosen glue is, go with that one. And what I tend to do, anything that's a glue tab, I always tend to just take that little wedge off each side, just in case you've gone a bit wonky with the cutting, and it means that you've not got bits poking out of the side. And then again, I've taken some strips of that paper, and we're going to pop those on to decorate. So we've got paper on the drawer here, front and back, and then the wrap's going to have the paper on the side. So when we look at it finished, all 4 sides are going to be nicely decorated. So let's just stick that one down, and then we can put that whole wrap together, and you'll see this all of a sudden start to come together.
I'm just thinking what else you can like put inside your boxes. Well, someone was saying yesterday, we were talking about the final day of New Year, New Craft, and we had someone saying that they'd like to make their own soaps. I think that would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Soap would be lovely, and jewellery. Yeah. I know Debbie mentioned jewellery making, didn't she? Yeah. Perfect. My daughter works with resin.
Oh, yes.
So the resin samples in there. Yeah. And I think, am I right in saying that it's the Chinese New Year today,
It is Ben? The Chinese New Year today.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Tiger, apparently.
Is it the water tiger? I think it said, didn't it?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think so, if I remember rightly.
Let's have a little look here.
So then what I'm going to do is lay these out in the same direction. So I've got both my glue tabs at the right-hand side, or if you want to work the other way, both your glue tabs at the left. It doesn't matter which way around you do it. I'm right-handed, so I prefer to work with it this way around. And I'm going to release one of those tapes.
Year of the Tiger.
That's just the tiger, is it? I must have dreamt that bit then.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to line up, and what you want to, if you think about when this is folded, that score line is what's on the right angle there. So if I put my piece over the score line, when it folds, it's going to stick up above the actual construction. So when you're sticking these together, you want to just edge it right up to where that score line is so that you can still see it. And then check the top and bottom, and then once you're happy with it, give it a nice burnish. And now you'll see there that we've got that nice sort of flush edge.
Yeah.
It's not popped up above it. And then before I stick the other one, it's as simple really as folding it over and sticking together. But what I like to do is actually put my box inside it just to make sure, and we're all good to go. You can see there that that's going to work absolutely fine. So again, just take that last piece of tape off, and then once you've folded this in, make sure everything's straight. This one should just fold and match up nicely to that score line there. You can just see right on the edge there where everything fits together, and then just give that a burnish to get that glue nicely in place. So you can see, like I said, like the matchbox style, you've got the cover there, and then you've got the box that's going to slide inside, and it's as simple as that. All right, and then we're going to start and decorate so that we can add the card on top. Now it's entirely up to you whether you want to pop a piece of this on the top, because once we lay the card blank down, there isn't really a lot of it showing. So I chose a piece that had got a really nice pattern on it, thinking, oh yeah, that's going to be the top of the box, but didn't realise that actually I'm going to cover most of it up. Now I'm going to put it on anyway, but it may be that you want to work with the card straight on top of your box. It's entirely up to you if you want to save on the paper, but I'm going to put this one on because I've cut it. And all my papers I've just edged with one of the brown inks just to sort of give that vintage feel to it, with it being the craft card and this lovely sort of paper pad. It's got quite a vintage look to it. So which way around are we going to have? We'll have it with the flowers at the front there. So we're going to work that way and pop that one on. So, all right, let that one dry. And then just while we come back to this one, this is going to stick on top of here. It's up to you whether you cut another patterned piece to fit inside. I'm actually going to leave mine blank for that one. And then I'm just going to come back to here and show you some of the embellishments that we've cut, which are fairly straightforward. So this nice one here could either be a place where you pop a sentiment in. I've actually made it into a little bookmark. So I've cut it a couple of times, once in the craft stock and once in the pink. And then also the little key is part of your design.
Yes.
And again, I've done that in the gold to pick up the gold, threaded it. And we're actually going to pop this on the page and hide this behind one of the pieces as if it's a little bookmark sat on there. And then I've also done this piece here. You've got two parts to this. So you've got a matte layer and then you've got the top layer which has got the little lock in it. Absolutely gorgeous. So that comes out like so, and we're going to pop that on the front here as if it's going to be the lock on the front of the box.
Brilliant.
So that's that one. And then we've got some little decorative pieces, which I quite like these. And I thought these might look nice as little sort of page corners on the front, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Again, however you want to use them. I've cut a couple of those. And then you've got the two lots of flowers. And again, every time there's flowers there, just go crazy. Look at these. You know, they're so easy to make. Again, they'll fit through the mini. So I just literally, whatever scrap paper I'd got left, I've literally cut loads out. And some of them I've stuck a couple together. Some of them I've kept separate so that we can use that. And then also, because when I'm using flowers, I'd normally add some greenery to it. But in this instance, there are a couple of leaves. You can see here there are a couple of leaves. But I thought, how nice would it be to use the little feather as part of that? So I've got a couple of pieces in green and a couple of pieces in the craft card that we're going to use as the equivalent of foliage. So let's just finish it off and pop it all together and see where we end up. So on that cover, and I'm just going to take this out so that I can work on it flat and stick all this down. I'm going to use my Collal again because this is like a construction glue. And as I say, when it sets really hard. So again,
35% of the stock has gone. Loads of
disappearing.
You going, yeah. And I tell you what, the more stock that disappears, the more suggestions come through as well. Laurie says, I'm going to be making this for my nephew's wedding to use during the reception.
How
to
nice.
Place cards and gift cards into.
How lovely.
That's a great idea.
In all the wedding theme colours.
Yeah, so
yeah,
people
that
can
would look lovely.
Their cards in, and the money as well. For the bride and groom. My niece just adopted a new baby boy, says Carleen Samady, thinking of doing this and including in box gift cards, motivational quotes for mum and a puzzle of the baby's first photo.
Oh, how gorgeous, yep.
Val saying you could use the drawers to store your die-cut shapes on your desk with a motivational quote on the card. Great idea.
Some lovely ideas coming through there, yep.
And Rhoda said, I've just thought of something. We're having a going away party for my nephew and his wife that are moving across the country. On one side of the book page, I'm going to make invites for people to write a note to the couple. And on the other side, I'm going to put a pad of Post-it notes, and then the notes can be stored inside the drawer. I love all of these ideas. This is just amazing. Let us know if you've already bought this, what you're going to be using yours for. The ideas already bubbling around, brimming around in the show, and loads of you have already jumped in and grabbed this. I think it's an absolute steal tonight for that price, for under £20 platinum, under $24. But get it whilst you can, because as I say, 35% of the stock has gone. and more people shopping. We will take a break very shortly, and you know what happens when we take a break? Everybody checks out their basket,
Yep.
so do go
and
quick.
then that figure jumps up
It
then,
does.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
So all I've done is I've just squashed that sort of cover piece flat just so that I could work on it, and I've stuck the base of the easel, and then I've stuck the book leaves to the top of the easel. All right, and then we're going to need something in here to make a stopper, so I'm going to use a lot of the flowers on the base there. This one I thought I was just going to pop and tuck these. I probably should have done it before I put the foam pads in, but we'll work out how we're going to stick those onto there. And again, I'm just going to put a couple of little foam pads on the back, because you know, with having that sort of that look of the dimension, there's no reason why you can't continue to build that dimension on the front as well. I'll sort those little tails out in a second. All right, we're going to pop the little piece here on the front of the book. So again, on the front of the book, on the front of the box, Jan.
Box, yes.
On the box. So this is going to be my little lock. Make sure it's the right way around. And that's just, I'm just going to eyeball around about the centre there. And because it's my kalal, I can drop it down there. And then once I'm happy, give it a press into place and let that dry. And then I've got the glue gun on for the flowers. So we're going to bring that up into play. And then I'm going to sort of create some dimension with the flowers to sort of hold this in place. So again, we've got lots of them to play with here. I think I cut about 6 of each. There's 2 sizes, so we've got 2, 4, 6 of the large ones and 6 of the small ones. But as I say, I've doubled some of them up just to give them a little bit more sort of dimension. But again, you know, I've said many times, the embellishment is literally personal. So whatever it is that you're making for whoever this glue gun's like, I think we need a new glue gun. It's not playing very well.
Oh, do you want another? Should we get John to bring another one in?
If he's got one, mind you, then I'd need it to heat up. I'll see how we go with it. But again, as I say, I'm just going to use these to create that dimension that we can tuck that card behind. So I'm going to use one of the big ones at that side. The little gems in the middle, again, you may recognise I have got absolute love for those Dreamies packs of gems.
Were they
and I
on
know
the last Dreamy show,
a
the one
lot
that you and
of
I
you
did?
Pardon?
Were they on the last one? Or the one that you and I
I
did?
think it was the one before.
Yeah, you and me,
And I know
wasn't
a
it?
lot of you bought into those and decided to add those to your collection. And honestly, I found myself dipping in there so many times to add the embellishments and things. There's such a nice range of colours, and just using them wherever I can.
Yeah.
So again, we're all right now. That's decided to play. So again, however you want to do that formation. And again, those little strands, if you get any of the little strands, just use your heat tool afterwards and it will just literally dissolve them into nothing. So again, however you want to bring that together.
Lovely, this.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
And then we'll add those little bits of, I'm going to use, as I say, the feathers as actual foliage pieces.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to create like that sort of zigzaggy effect, I think, there with the flowers.
Do you know how I can tell? Well, I mean, I know that this is flying out the door because Johnny will tell me, but I'm also knowing that this is popular for the amount of ideas which are already coming in from people who've already got this and who are also buying it. Mary Kay Knoll says, mine will be graduation cards in their school colours. The one for my grandson will have a picture of him and when he was in preschool, and on the other side we'll have a picture of us at one of his senior high school soccer games. Inside will be gift cards from Grandma. Kimberly says, using this die without the book for my granddaughter's birthday card this Saturday. Left side of the book has the sentiment, right side of the book is a picture of her. And Josie Mitchell, hi Josie, says, I've ordered this morning. I'm looking forward to being creative. Well, as I say, you're getting loads of information and demonstration from Jan, and just check out the comments on Facebook and YouTube as well for even more inspiration. You know it's a hit, don't you, Jan, when you've already got people suggesting
what they're going to do. Yeah. And I'm so glad that people have ordered this because it really is such a lovely one to play with. But again, I'm just going to pop that there. I'm not going going to use the green ones because I think they're going to disappear into there. And then seeing as I've got one flower left, I've got those little pieces. I'm going to use these as book corners, I think, and pretend that they're like a metal corner. So I'm just going to pop a little tiny bit of wet glue, and I'm going to use these up on the corners of that vellum page there, as if it's like a little metal corner. One on the top there, and then one at the bottom, just to give that illusion that you've got that metal work there. And again, I've just sort of dabbed most of that glue back off so that it doesn't seep out all over the vellum. And then if you wanted to, I haven't actually stamped a sentiment, but if you wanted to add a little sentiment, you could pop that in there. So again, we're going to pop that drawer back inside there. Okay, and then if I spin this one round and stand this up behind the flowers there now, you can see we've got that lovely sort of gift box and easel card going on. Fantastic. Really lovely to put, and not that difficult. Once you've made one of them and seen how easy that template creates the box, you'll be running away with them, honestly. It's so straightforward. If for any reasons you get stuck, obviously you've got our videos to look back on, but also if you go on the website, on the back of your packaging, it gives you the website address here at the top, crafterscompanion.co.uk/enchanted-storybook-dies, and there are instructions that you can either print off or use from the website there as well. So there isn't actually a loose leaf instruction inside this one, but it is available on our website, all right, crafterscompanion.co.uk. All right, so that's there to help you as well. But basically using most of the elements in there. And again, you know, as I say, you can do any colourways. I just think how nice would it be, I'm just thinking now in sort of the baby colours. So whether you wanted to go down the pinks for a girl, blues for a boy, if you want to keep it neutral with the lemon themes. What about keeping, you know, sort of little memory things in there? So I know a lot of people keep like the little wristbands that baby had on in hospital, maybe the first lock of hair, something like that, just to keep as a little memory box like that would look gorgeous. And then use some sort of imagery. It could be a little photo and baby's name on the front of it. There are so many ways that we could use it. Endless possibilities. Love it.
It really is a gorgeous die set. 40% of the stock has gone right now, and as I say, like the ideas are just bubbling, you know, from us here in the studio, from you guys as well coming through. I love the idea of making these for you know, maybe jigsaw puzzles. I love the idea of creating these as like little jewelry boxes potentially. I love the idea that somebody had of, you know, having this on the table at the wedding so people can then pop their cards and well wishes into. Great idea. Loads of you saying that you're going to be using these for you know, baby cards. You're going to be using these for graduation purposes. I love that idea as well of making it, you know, the beautiful book on the top and then having like the old photos maybe stored inside there. The ideas of, you know, making these as little you know, recipe boxes too. What a great idea to have the recipe there, fill it with cookies or fudge or chocolates, whatever it might be. I mean, there's so many different
things. Already.
Yeah.
Getting a whiff of that lovely chocolate fudge already.
I know, we've got to stop talking about chocolate and fudge today because that's all we have talked about all the way through today. But hopefully you're seeing how easy it is to pop these together. And as I say, it's a steal tonight. For that price, $19.99 or $23.96, it really is a fantastic collection. Once you've made one, you'll be making a lot. And as Jan's already explained, you know, if you want to make like a double layer drawer, you can do, you know, triple layer, you can do. Great for making, you know, jewelry boxes for the kids potentially, jigsaws inside. I mean, the list is endless. Mary.
I'm still going now. What about, I know the kiddies that collect the, you know, like the card sets and things like that, they would fit nicely in one of those. You could decorate it, you know, with whichever trend they're following with it, Football cards there. So many different ways, aren't there? And I love the idea of stacking up the boxes and actually making it more than one level. Yeah, really clever.
I mean, honestly, possibilities really and truly are endless. Val saying, looking forward to using mine when it arrives. My delivery cannot arrive soon enough, says Val Williams. You've inspired me, Jan, and everyone with your ideas. Thank you. Beautiful card and box, Jan. Gorgeous, Jan, says Mary Pat. And Lynn Codray says, going to make, for my daughter's wedding, make a puzzle blank to allow guests to write on them and then put them in the drawer. Then my daughter and new husband can make up later and then we will frame. The ideas are buzzing. and I tell you what, now is a good time, as we're almost an hour into the show already, to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets. Make sure you do it now, because this is absolutely flying. Head to the checkout and we'll come back. We've also got another brand new launch to show you, and we'll do that just after this little break.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Wow, loads of you checking out your baskets. We are so busy on this launch party, and it's lovely to know that so many of you are loving all of the brand new goodies that we've got. Carleen just saying, I love the idea of a memory box. We will keep supplying you with more information and more ideas, but as I've said, today is one of those days where it's great to check out all the other comments coming through on the socials as well, because not only are you going to be inspired by us, but you'll be inspired by everybody else, because I'm just getting a snapshot of some of the ideas that are coming through on that collection, and there will be loads more. Whilst we are here, though, by the way, let me just bring you some other brilliant deals. And of course, with it being a launch party, we have got an out of this world deal. Deal. It is a 24-hour deal, is the out of this world deal. And this is a phenomenal buy because it is the Totally Tiffany 12x12 paper handler. Plus, we're going to give you 3 12x12 paper pads within this paper handler, but you're only going to be paying for 2 of them. The paper handler itself, by the way, is phenomenal for the fact that if you need storage, this is brilliant as a storage solution. Nice and robust storage solution to pop on your shelves. You've got the little detailing in the front there, so it's nice and easy to select this off your shelves when you're using it. And I love the fact as well that these are see-through, and I know it's such a little thing, but do you know how many times do you stack stuff away in boxes and you can't see what's in them, and then you never get around to using them because you can't be bothered to get the box down from the shelf. When you've got a storage solution like this, you can see exactly what's in there, so you know exactly what you're using. The other great thing about the paper handlers, you might not be aware, is yes, they're a great storage solution, but in the sides, you've got the little handles. Yes, pop those up, and then you can take this with you wherever you go. So if you've got particular 12 by 12 paper pads that you're working with, maybe you're going to a crop, maybe you're going to go and see some friends, maybe you're going away, and you want to take some of your favorite 12 by 12 paper pads with you, these will travel very nicely indeed. And then when you want to pop them back into storage, back on the shelf, pop the handles back down, and away you go. That's brilliant, a great storage solution. And as I say, normally on its own we do it as a great deal, but today we are throwing in 3 paper pads for you as well. And you're actually only paying for 2 of them within this collection. This paper pad, the Home Away from Home, is one that I personally feel that I don't see often enough. And whenever I do see it, I absolutely love it. It's such a gorgeous collection because as much as you've got like, your sort of chevron zigzag patterns going on, flicked past a few beautiful hearts in there as well. They're not hearts. Oh, the heart's gone. There you go. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. I need some chocolate. Find the hearts, Ben. Wait there. Hang on. Hold the line caller. There we go. You got your hearts. You then get beautiful scenes like this as well. They are absolutely gorgeous. Again, plenty of craftability with these. If you're looking for kind of bright, cheery designs, again, that landscape is stunning. These are going to be perfect for your springtime, summertime makes. Look at that. It's almost like a little boardwalk down to the seaside, isn't it there? With the gorgeous pastel colours going through. But that's just one of the paper pads that you're going to receive in this collection. You've also got from the Summer Sunset collection, this gorgeous paper pad. Again, stunning because you've got that sheen going through this. I love this for the fact as well because there's a lot of patterns in there that I would very much like to have on a shirt. Bit of a retro feel going on there with the florals. But again, you've got the 2 different designs. You've almost got that sort of, it's almost like a kind of a background that Jan would make. That. Do you know what I mean? It's like a bit of a mixed media sort of feel to it.
The distressed look.
Yeah, which I absolutely love. But then on the foreground, you've got these gorgeous, as I say, almost sort of retro patterns going on, which are absolutely stunning. And as I say, hopefully you're picking that up. You can see that lovely sheen that you've got running through that paper pad. That's the second of the 3 that you're receiving. And then on top of all of that, how much fun is this? The Farmhouse collection. And whilst, this is all about the florals, it's all about the farmyard creatures as well. You've got some gorgeous reverse patterns, as we've just seen. Things like your ginghams and stripes and, beautiful spots going through there as well. A really lovely collection, bright and breezy for those spring, summertime makes. And again, you're going to receive 42 double-sided sheets within this collection. All 3 of those you get with the 12 by 12 paper handler for that unbelievable price, $33.58, $41.51 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're platinum. But go swiftly on that because that deal is only around for 24 hours or while stocks last. That is our out of this world deal. Also, an Explorer kit for you. Our aquas. Now again, we've had these on in sort of various ranges and in various sort of deals for you over the course of the last few weeks. But if you're wanting to dip your toe in the water when it comes to watercolouring, then this is a lovely, lovely collection to go for. Our aqua pens. So if you want to start doing those watercolour effects, this is a great set to go for. You're going to get 12 pens within our primary collection. As you can see from the front here, you've got dual-tipped, double-ended pens. So one end you've got the ultra fine nib, the other end here you've got that gorgeous brush nib. And actually when you see 12 colours on the front here, I always think of this as a lot more because when you're adding your water to this, and By the way, if you want to see all the different hints and tips as to how you use your aqua pens, check out the Colour Me Happy shows. Check back yesterday to the 5-hour show that we did in the morning. At some point there, at some point in that 5 hours, we did some demonstrations with the aqua pens. But the point is, there's plenty out there for you to get working with. But what I love is the fact that with the red there, yes, you've got that gorgeous red, and then all the hues, all of the different shades within that red, the yellow, all of the different shades. So you've got 12 colours with all of the different shades. And of course, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be laying these down, say on your glass mat, for example, and mixing these, you can then mix up and make all of your own colours as well. So it may well be 12 pen colours within this collection, but you've got a whole host more than that when you start using those aqua pens. If you want storage to go with it as well, there you go. We have thrown that into the mix for you as well. Storage for... Are you getting both of those? 12. 12. Do you get 2? Hang on a minute, let's double check that. Because if you get 2, that's storage for 24. Anyway, it's £21.59. We will double check it. £29.59 if you are shopping with us in the US. Oh no, you do get 2. You do. I never doubted you for a second, producer Johnny. I never doubted you. So you get both of the clear pen trays. You're going to get the aqua pens included as well. That Explorer deal just £21.59 or £29.59 if you're shopping with us in the US and you are a platinum member. Worth bearing in mind as well, as new people are joining us all the time. If you've not heard today, we have launched a brand new code for you. If you use that code and you're spending over £40 or $40, you will get an extra £5 or $5 off your basket total. Use it this month, we'll send you another one for March. Use that one, we'll send you another one for April. Use that one, we will send you 250 bonus points to your Club Inspire account in May. So plenty of reasons to be shopping. If you've got the Mini, by the way, we've also got another collection. This launched on the 24th of January. Very, very busy for this collection when we launched it. And of all the stock that we've got within the business, 3/4 of the stock has disappeared. And as you have a look through here, this is such a lovely collection in the fact that you have got kind of your statements here. You've got things like best wishes, you've got with love, you've got happy birthday. My favourite, you've just gone past there, is this one here. And when we had this last week, this is one of the ones that I used when I did a little demo with Craig. So super versatile, so easy to create your own little cards with these. I actually used this one here and just used the little bones to create a little background. I die cut a load out, created my own background, stuck the little bowl on the front, used the special friend, I think it was, yeah, the special friend sentiment there as well to create that card. Amazing. But also within this, and I'll show you Craig's card that he actually made on his Facebook Live, you've got all of your little mini letters, all of your mini numbers included too. And I just think, I mean, that's sort of fairly simplistic, but so clever for the fact that he's created his own little word search there and spelt out the message within the word search, adding the little embellishment of the baby grow and the little diaper pin there. It's a boy. I think it's so super clever. Again, then here, using elements of the little set where you've got the paw prints, you're creating that background with the paw prints. Those actually cut into the cardstock and layering it up. Then again here, we've got another set using that little plant on there. I just think these are so super cute. And this one here, again, just using pattern papers, using frames, framing the actual leaves in the background there, using the happy birthdays, the sentiment, using a little plant pot to kind of, change the focal point on this, adding a little ribbon embellishment. Such a cute collection. And whilst these are a mini die collection, and yes, these will go through your mini, I think with whatever collection that you've got, or sorry, whichever machine that you've got, these are so super cute, aren't they?
And I think the first thing that came to mind when I saw these, Ben, was crafting with the kiddies.
Yeah. Because
you're using the Mini, there's no electronic parts to worry about, and I just think they could have real fun with that collection, making their own little set of cards, maybe making a set of 4, but popping them together with the envelopes, that you've got a little gift set. Absolutely adorable. They really are really kind of sort of fun to use, aren't they? There's a definite fun element in them.
Yeah, and even like if you've got your little pop-up box card guys as well. Look at that, just creating a little Valentine's box there. They're the right sort of size for that, and actually there's a lot of little elements in here that you could potentially use on your little penny slider cards as well.
Yes, and I just think in general for embellishments as well. I mean, the dragonflies, the butterfly, we're always talking about using those on cards.
Yeah.
You know, and that card just needs that little bit of something. You've got just the right size there to add in, yeah.
Yeah, and just quickly again, as you go through, you've got new baby covered off here, you've got Valentine's, you've got birthdays covered off, you've got cards for the pets. As silly as that sounds, people make cards for their pets.
They do, yeah.
People make cards from their pets as well. I should know because I do it.
There's the sewing one down at the bottom.
Sewing,
yeah.
new home. Again, this new home, special friend, butterflies, stuff for the kids particularly in here as well. You've got little tags. I mean, it's a lovely, lovely collection. 96 elements in total. But beware, stock is dwindling. Of all of the stock that we had in the business, 3/4 of it has gone. But you can pick it up today for £56.79 or $67.96 if you're a Platinum member. There's loads of chat, by the way, about the brand new Enchanted Storybook collection. Paula says, I can't wait to start making my memory box. Wendy says, my willpower failed and I've ordered it. Listen, if you've not yet jumped in and grabbed that, but you have a mind to, let us, or in fact, let's have a quick little look, because we're almost at 40% of the stock of that has gone. The Dimensionals Die and Plastic Template Enchanted Storybook collection, £20 if you're Platinum, $23.96 if you're shopping with us in the US. Now, if you're going for that today and you haven't yet checked out and you're thinking, oh, I'd quite like to take advantage of that code, that spend 40, save 5 code, got the solution for you. What do you think of everything here? Sorry, no, I'm all right. Yeah, sorry, I just bending. Just do me. It's a long old show, just stretching. You gotta keep limber, haven't you? And stuff. Oh, I think I've done my hamstring. This rocker card kit, brand new, and if you're wanting to get up towards that $40 threshold to get that code, then this is a great way to do it, because whether you are a new crafter or someone perhaps who has crafted for a long time, isn't it lovely to have a kit like this, right, which straight off the bat allows you to create professional looking, amazing cards with absolute ease. This is the springtime collection. We'll pop up the details for you just here so you can see. And basically you're getting 5 designs, 4 of each, and it includes everything that you need. So 40 printed die cut sheets and 20 plain envelopes included, plus all of the instructions. But basically, if I show you, look, that card there, right, you look at that and you think, that's stunning. I mean, that you'd be happy to pay a good amount of money for in a card shop if you were to pick that off the shelf. You have the ability, even if you have never crafted before, to pop one of these together and create a super, super stunning card. As I say, you've got all of those different designs in there, 5 different springtime designs, and you can create up to 20 cards, 20 card bases, all of the embellishments. But as I say, what you'll find with these kits, and we'll have a look through with Jan in just a second, you've got so many embellishments. Yes, you'll be decoupaging different layers up and creating 3D effects, but I would have a feeling that you will have lots of goodies left over which you can add on to other cards further down the line. It's crafting at its simplest, but just because it's simple, it doesn't mean it has to look simple. This is simple crafting, making you look like an absolute pro. $19.99 or $23.96, and as I say, get this today with the Enchanted Storybook collection. You're then up towards your $40 to save, or £40 to save that extra 5 with the code. We are going to have a look at this with Jan just now, and then I think I might go over and join her for a bit of crafting in a minute.
Are you into my craft den? Yes, over here. Come on over.
Shall I come on over? Yes.
Come on over.
Come on over.
We're going to have a go together.
Hey, yes.
We certainly are. So I'll have a quick flick through first, just to give everybody an idea of what's in there. You also get the envelopes with them as well. So you've got that, I'm assuming they're the 5 by, so they're a little bit bigger, 7.5 by 5, yeah? So that's going to accommodate those cards when they're finished. You also get in the back of the packaging is the word. Yeah, my brain's going. Packaging. You've got some instructions here as well as to how to put them together. So it is fairly straightforward if you do prefer to follow the instructions, and it shows you on the back the different makeup. So you've got 5 different colourways, and each one consists of a sheet, which is your main card base, and then a sheet of embellishment. So for example, just move that one because that's the one that I did. Just made this one.
Oh, perfect.
You can see there. Yep, so this is actually actually got that lovely sort of rocking element there. But you can see that it's made up of one with the card blank on, which is the one that I've just used there, and the extra piece. And then you've got all the decoupage sheet. So you've got that lovely shade of green there. We've got that gorgeous sort of, it's almost like a, a sun gold kind of colour, isn't it?
Gold,
Don't think it's orange or apricot, mango.
Oh, mango
colour. I like that.
Mango's
Mango,
good.
yeah.
We'll go mango.
We've got that. We've got that lovely darker green. I love this with the lilac and the teacup and saucer on there. And again, each one's got its corresponding background to it. So we'll put those there.
Cake.
The cake. We all like a bit of cake. Again, you've got the background piece that goes with it. And then the last one is that little bird house there. And again, you've got that. Look at this one with that design on the front there.
Oh, yeah.
So which one do you fancy having a go at?
I don't know. What do you reckon, guys?
Which one do you want to go
I'm erring
with?
towards either the cupcake or potentially the little birdie.
Yeah?
What do you reckon? Oh, Johnny likes the mango. What one are you going to do?
I was possibly looking at that one, but I don't mind. So you choose first.
I'll do the cupcake.
You're going to do the cupcake, so I'll go for this one then.
Okay.
So you need to find one of the blanks that's got the card blanks in, and then you'll need one of the embellishment sheets that match with it, and then we'll pop all the others back together. And we can pop those to one side.
I don't need the instructions because I've got you, Jan.
Oh, I say. So, first of all, then we're going to take that background piece. I've actually got you, there's some foam pads there.
Thank you.
All right, which are the best, I'm saying the best thing to put it together with. It's entirely up to you whether you want to use foam pads, whether you want to use the Kalal 3D glue gel, which would work just as well. So if you like to add a bit of shaping, you could actually go with the glue gel. Just obviously need to be mindful that we need to leave time for that to dry. You could even get in with the hot glue. So first thing we're going to do then is just find where those little tabs are and pop out that base. Okay. So that's the very first element that we're going to need. And while I'm at it, I'm going to pop the other elements out of that sheet as well. Okay. So you've got that lovely decorative piece at the bottom there. And I literally just find out where the little tags are attaching it and just press where they are. And it's quite satisfying actually.
It is quite
just
satisfying.
Popping them out.
Yeah.
All right. And pop all the pieces together. And then you've also got in there a couple of sentiments.
Oh.
We'll take the whole lot out.
Good job you said. I nearly discarded my sheet then.
And then we can, if technically this is waste, but me being me, I'd be punching some flowers out of this and keeping them in the stash. Use the waste bits and just if you've got a paper punch, either flowers or butterflies or something like that. But technically that is your waste piece. So pop that to one side. And then you've also, inside that element there are some little pieces inside that just want popping out.
Oh, you'd keep these and all, wouldn't you?
Definitely, these shaker bits. If you're going to make a shaker card, you've got some little shaker pieces. So, there's very little gets wasted, but just pop all those out. Just snap those little tabs that are holding them in, and all that work's been done. So these are great. If you're wanting something quick, if you've forgotten a birthday,
that's what I mean.
You just want a quick make to put together just to say, or again, it might just be one of those thank you cards. It might be somebody's popped something round for you. They've been, I know, very big at the minute about people batch cooking and then sort of helping out.
But just a quick cards as well, crafting with the kids. Because you mentioned that about the mini dies that we've got. This is perfect for crafting
Absolutely.
with the kids.
The kits have all got their place. We've done quite a few different ones now, and this is the next one sort of in the collection. So you should end up with that piece which has got all your decoration on there. Now I know some people don't like the little lugs that are left on. So if you are one of those people that struggle with it,
oh, your pokey show. I've got some smaller bits in mine.
Just a little cheap as chips nail file, and you can literally just
that's what Craig
shave them off. Yeah. To be honest, I'm getting used to them now. I always used to have to sort of go around and neaten everything up, but there's so many of them. But if that's what you want to do, I find that's one of the easiest ways. You can go around with your snips and just snip them, but I find that I end up taking part of the design. So just with the nail file where they very quickly smooth out if for any reason you don't like them in place. It's nice and quick to do. So I'm going to keep all those pieces to one side out of the way. That's technically rubbish. And we've got our two pieces to go together.
There. Sorry, you keep that as a
they are,
little moon. Sorry.
Honestly, I mean, like these, you've got all these lovely circles in your one that I've just slid under the mat. So again,
Little button, that almost.
Yeah, decorations, embellishments.
Yeah.
Keep them in your little
That's in
embellishment
my gubbins
pot.
box, that is.
There we go. So, okie dokes, let me grab you a bone folder.
Okie doke.
There we go. So first thing we're going to do then, and there's just a little bit of manipulation. So if you think the back piece here is going to fold away to make a mountain fold, but it doesn't come all the way across.
Right.
So just gently tease that one back, and the same at this side.
Right.
Yep. And then you've got one in the centre that's become a valley, and then the one at the front will be a mountain. So there's just like a little tiny bit of manipulation. Mountain, valley, mountain. And while you're doing that, you'll see this middle bit will actually start and pop up.
Oh, okay.
So as you sort of push it together, you'll see it start to come into place until you get to a point where you can fold that back piece flat. Yeah? And then lay it down, and you should be able to just move this up into place, like so. So just keep manipulating it until it's ready to go, and then the first line is going to be over the back there.
Oh, I've just creased mine a little bit there, actually.
It's all right, it'll go. Yeah. And then once you can lay that flat, you'll find that this one should push towards it, and you'll be able to lay the other pieces down flat.
I can't quite get mine.
So as this one, you've got the valleys there in the bottom. Yep. And you'll find that it'll actually start, once we get this bit flat here on the table, if you push here for these ones,
I see.
yep, it'll literally fold up. I don't think we've quite been a bit gentle.
With me?
Yeah, you've
That's
been
not normally like me.
been a little bit gentle with them.
Quite
They
heavy-handed
need to know
normally.
where to go.
Oh, right, put
and
them in
then
their
once they
place.
know where to, can you see now how it's actually pushing up? Yeah, so if you push it all forwards, you should be able to push that front bit down until it all lies flat.
Okay.
That's it. Yep. And then take your bone folder, and wherever you've got a fold now,
That was mine, is it?
yep,
Oh, thank you.
you can literally just burnish those pieces in. So the better, the crisper the fold, and I always turn it over and do it on both sides, the crisper that fold is, the better you'll get that finished sort of effect.
Like a little seesaw, isn't it?
Yeah, so you've got that rocker element there.
Got you.
Yeah? And you'll notice inside there, it's got a couple of little areas that says glue area.
Oh, yeah.
And if you have a look on the back of your accessory piece, it says glue area. All right? So I'll pass you the tape pen, Ben, and I'll use my my wet glue.
What did you say? Looks like Leanne's hair.
She's going to roll us in.
Johnny. Like what? Like that? I'm ready.
Better in this colour.
Yeah, it would. I think I look more like a May Queen or something like that. That I made, like a tiara. Anyway, thank you, Johnny. Yep.
So I've given you the tape pen. I'm just going to use a little bit of wet glue. Where it says glue area, we're literally, couldn't be simpler, just going to pop some glue on.
Okay.
So whether you're choosing wet glue tape or the tape pens, just where it says glue area, and then that is going to go face down. So you're effectively sticking the glue area to the glue area. So I've got my top piece here. I'm going to slide this either side, and you'll literally find that they line up perfectly over the ones underneath. All right, and then when you're happy with it, give it a nice press down, and you can flatten it down again, and that'll literally all go into place. So you can see now we've got that sort of extension piece on to the top of our rocker.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's stage one.
Stage one.
And then we've got lots of embellishments.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to pop my rocker to one side for a second. And you can decide now what you want to work with. So in mine, I've got a nice sort of circle there that's going to be my base, I think, on mine.
Well, I've got a cupcake.
Yep. And I'm also going to pop out that gorgeous butterfly. We need him on there with that foiling on. So that's going to be sort of the centrepiece there. Yep. And then you've also got lots of decoupage pieces. So like Ben said earlier, you know, use as much as you wish on the actual card, and any bits left over. So for example, when I made that first one, this was what I used, and there's plenty on there. But I've still got elements left over that you can then use on another card. I've got a greeting left over, you know, so don't throw those pieces away. Just either pop them all out into a little dish and keep them, or keep them in their places. So do I want the other, but no, I don't think I do want the butterfly over there, but I am going to add a little bit of the decoupage, I think. So let me have a think.
I'm going to have my cupcake in the centre.
Yeah.
Like at the top there, like that. And I'm going to frame it with the florals.
Yeah, underneath that will look lovely. Yeah,
nice, wouldn't it?
So I taught him well.
Yeah, I know. I've learned from the very best.
Taught him well. So again, I'm just going to take elements rather than pinch the whole lot. I'm just going to do some of the elements to build that one up. So we're going to do that sort of central flower there as well.
That you say, because the thing is, I look at my little elements here, so I've got 2 layers there, but if you look at mine, I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 layers I could have, so it depends how over the top you want to go with it.
It literally, you know, you can go wild with it and literally stack them all up as much as you want, then make a nice little gift box to pop them in if they've got a lot of embellishment on, or as I say, just keep some of the elements for another sort of card. So I think what I'm going to do is stick with that, and I think rather than the sentiments on there, I'm going to take the butterfly. Because I've used the butterfly, I'm going to go with my butterfly kisses there on that one.
Okay.
And then literally go for it.
Yeah.
So you can either, again, you can start with them flat, or you can use your foam pads, however you want to go with them. So I'm literally going to put mine like so, and then I think I'm going to have my flowers at the bottom. Now, the only tip that it gives you in the instructions, it says to be mindful not to take any embellishments over this bottom edge,
it won't rock, will it?
because then you're going to stop it. You're going to sort of prohibit that rocking element. So keep the embellishments inside this bottom curve. Doesn't matter if you go out over the top or the sides, but just this bottom curve. Otherwise, you're going to get bits that stop that rocking motion. All right. So again, we're just going to go, and I'm going to use a couple of foam pads.
Okay.
Just on the back there, I think.
This is fun, this. I've coined my own name on Instagram and Facebook with my crafting. I'm hashtag the Clunky Crafter.
The Clunky Crafter.
Yeah, because I feel like I can get there by hook or by crook. Like if you're with me, I feel like I motor on at a pace. But sometimes if I'm at home on my own, I kind of get there by hook or by crook. But sometimes it ends up being a bit clunky. But I get there. Do you know what I mean? In my own little way.
I think we all start somewhere, Ben. I think that's what folks need to remember. You know, it's like we all were a beginner at one point. Nobody came into this and knew all the details. No. So everybody works at their own pace. We all started somewhere, and then as you go along, depending on how much crafting you do, you know, how much access you have to it, how much time you have to spend doing it, we're all, you know, you sort of progress at different levels.
And I've got to say as well, because I first saw these when we had them on the 8 to 10 preview show. And Sarah had actually invited me over, like you've done just now, to do a bit of crafting with her. However, during that particular show, we had about 3 minutes to do the demo. I didn't really enjoy that.
No.
Georgina was counting down at me going 2 minutes, and I was there trying to get all the stuff out. Minute left, and I was trying to stick it all. This is much more
It does take
fun.
the enjoyment out of it, I must admit, when you've got to go at a speed like that. Sarah's used to it, isn't she? With
yeah, she goes quick.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be able to relax and take your time with it. And don't be afraid to shape some of the pieces as well. This is really good quality on the card. So, you know, it will actually, just by rubbing your finger under it at either side, you can create that little bit of dimension to it rather than it staying flat. So you can just see there how that's got that curve on. So again, I'm just, and be minimal. You don't need foam pads everywhere.
No.
I'm literally just going to pop a couple inside there. And then start building. I'm going to pop this underneath like so. And then we'll lift the butterfly wings over the top like that. So I've just picked 2 or 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Like that. Again, depending on how big your piece is, as to how many foam pads you need to use.
There's a good little tip you gave actually about just making sure you position it so you're not covering the bottom of the rocker, because I think I might have fallen for that trap.
Yeah.
And you go to rock it and it falls over.
That's right. And if you know, if you've got a piece sticking over one side, it's going to sort of hit it as it tries to rock. The other thing is as well is sort of think about the symmetry of it, because if you've got a lot of decoupage at one side, it's going to make it one side heavy. So when it stands up, it might end up tipping one way. So work you know, whatever you do on one side, try and balance it out at the other side as well. You see, you've got that nice and central down the middle. I love the cupcake. That looks lovely.
Look, I was just about to say, I love your butterfly.
He's got gorgeous foiling on there, hasn't he?
Wowzers.
And I think if I had access to them, definitely a row of little gold beads down the middle, little pearls down the middle there.
Yeah.
But I've not actually got them with me, so yeah, if I was at home, it'd be into the little pearl box.
A few comments. I'll just read a few comments whilst we're just crafting. Victoria says, Jan is always so sweet, letting Ben craft with her. Oh, she is. She is I feel like Jan is like the crafting Yoda, and I'm like the Luke Skywalker. Crafty Jan she is.
I don't quite know whether to take that as a compliment or not.
It's a compliment. Meant as a compliment. Crafty Yoda.
Crafty Yoda, eh?
Jan definitely has the teacher personality, says Victoria. So encouraging, patience, and a way of making you feel confident. I mean, she's patient with me. She does make me feel confident. Roseanne saying, you go, Ben. But I think the point that we're sort of saying about this is crafting for everybody. And you know, if you want to start off with this as your first card, amazing. But it is a bit of a leveler as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because you could take somebody who's never crafted before and pop them up against someone who crafts all the time. Pop, two cards like this, it would be difficult to say whose card was whose.
Exactly. It's like, because you're a beginner, if you're at your beginning of your journey with crafting, this makes crafting accessible. Like, because all that work's done for you, like Ben says, how would you know that this was the beginner and that wasn't, or vice versa? As I say, the only thing that I'd be tempted to add to that from my stash at home would be some of those little gold pearls down the centre of the butterfly there, and he's good to go.
Oh, you're done here? That's right, I was going to add a little, but that's
mine. Add your sentiments on, you're okay.
Mine?
Yeah.
Where should I put that?
It's very, very nice colourways, that one.
Oh, I might put it there, actually, in the centre.
That look nice.
Raised up.
And, don't forget, it doesn't have to have everything on foam pad. That I've put my sentiment on flat at the back. Just go for what you wish. Just let it build up as you go along. That looks lovely. I love the colourways in that one.
That's it.
Very pretty.
But you've got cupcake, butterfly, there's more florals in there.
That was the one that I did,
earlier.
just having a practice while I was at home there.
But you know what, you make a good point as well, right? So I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, and I've still got all of that left as well.
So if you sort of translate that now into a card, you've probably got enough with a sentiment to do a little bit of matting and layering, and then another gorgeous decoupage piece in front of a little card, little 6x4 inch card or something like that. You've got plenty of bits left over there.
Love it. It's crafting for everyone, is this, and lots of you jumping in for it as well. £19.99 or $23.96 if you are a Platinum member. Really, really lovely collection. Let's take a quick break. I shall go back to my side of the studio and we shall bring you more. The Storybook die is flying, more on that to come, but let's take a quick break. Check out your baskets and we'll be right back.
Just take yours.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's Fabric Cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed.
With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon. What a really enjoyable show this evening. Don't forget, if you have just joined us, we are here for another hour and a half, a 3-hour extravaganza. Also, just to mention, tomorrow I will be back with you for our morning show. So it begins at 8 a.m. here in the UK, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow it's going to be exciting because we've got Wake Up Call rolled into our Craft Chat Create, and we have got the first of our very special guests joining us tomorrow as well. Debbie Robinson will be here, my TV wife. I mean, always excited when Debbie's in the building. But Lisa Horton is going to be joining us as well. For a lot of you will already know Lisa, what a talented crafter, some brilliant goodies she's bringing to us as well. But for those of you who haven't met her, I urge you to be tuning in tomorrow. She'll be here right throughout the day. Fantastic demos coming up and some really, really fantastic products as well. You can find her on Facebook right now, because I was actually watching today, and she's doing a little bit of a video diary. She makes her way up from the south of England up to the north, ready for her shows with us tomorrow. But that is going to be hugely exciting. Lisa Horton Crafts joining us here on Crafters TV tomorrow. Also very exciting, this brand new launch in the Dimensionals die and plastic template. The Enchanted Storybook collection is absolutely flying. 50% of the stock has disappeared already, and more of this is going to disappear as well. You have got the ability to create these gorgeous storybooks, and of course you can use these independently of the box templates as well. But how stunning is this? And as we showed you a little bit earlier on, think about all of the different papers and cardstock that you got at home. Think of all of the different themes that you can create. Think of all of the different stories that you've got the ability to tell with all of the collections that you've got at home. And then think about who you could be making these for. Think about who you could be designing these for, and the kind of occasions that you might be using these for as well. The amount of great ideas already that have come through, not just from Jan, but from you guys as well, suggesting what you're going to be using these for. We will come back to these in a lot more detail later on, but check out the socials. If you're making these maybe to have for the wedding table, maybe you're thinking about popping a lovely jigsaw inside of these. I love the idea of people suggesting, making these to pop in things like recipes, so that you can send off like cookies and fudge and all sorts. There's just so many different things that you can do, and the fact that you get with this collection all of the dies to be able to create your storybook with all of those embellishments as well, and bringing down the cost for you, we give you the templates to be able to create the box as well. It's a really great deal. I couldn't believe it when I saw the price when we brought this to air tonight. $19.99 platinum price, or $23.96 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're platinum. This is the hot ticket tonight, and there's loads of you buying it, hence why half the stock has already gone. We will show more of that later on for you. If you missed the opening of the show, the first sort of 40 minutes or so was Jan taking you through that step by step and showing you how easy it was to create with that collection. Now, something else which is proving hot is this collection right here, the mini die collection, which we launched last week, and actually 3/4 of the whole stock that we've got has already disappeared. And as much as if you have got a mini and that is the only machine that you currently have, this collection is absolutely for you and you need it 100%. As we've already chatted about, whether you've got the biggest machine or the smallest machine, this collection is for you because it's so super versatile. You've got all of your alphabets in there, your letters, you've got all of your numbers in there, and then take a look at all of the different designs that you've got, from cards for your new homes, to your birthdays, to your celebrations, to the kids, kids, to best wishes, to birthdays, to congratulations, sewing themed cards, baby cards, cards for Valentine's. There's so much within this collection. And I think everybody's pretty much going for it. You think about the versatility that you've got with this, and as Jan was chatting about again earlier on, think about this collection as a collection that you'll use to craft with the kids and the grandkids as well. They will absolutely love this collection, but you need to be quick if you want to get it, because it's proving very popular tonight. £56.79 is the platinum price. We're heading towards 80% of the stock gone. $67.96. Again, if you are buying this, don't forget that code. The code is FEB5.
Out. So all that talking, he's worn all the batteries out over there. They're coming to fix him. He's like, have you sort of like gone like this? It's like you just sort of stopped in midair like that. I don't know. Right, I've got a few samples to show you from that little mini die collection, and then we're going to do a demo with them. So again, you know, depending on what you want to do with these, we've got them sort of made here as a little plaque. You know, so just cutting several layers of a nesting die, and then we've got that best wishes, and I love the little scissors there, just sort of in the mirror card. Really realistic. Buttons on there as well. So again, one idea there. How about, again, I know Ben loves this little set, and so do I, that little pet set there. Special friend, we've used the little fishbone there to make the background. So again, die cut it so that you've got the sort of negative piece, and then ink through it. Use that negative piece as a stencil and ink through it to create your background. And then we've used some of those elements. Where did the elephants come from? The elements there. I tell you, it's getting late. So yeah, those elements just to, and I think the black on there just really lends itself to being a good one. Again, popping it into those little frames. So just made like we make those larger frames, but again, I love little fish bones in there and everything. Again, we've got those tags incorporated with the alphabet there, so like a new baby, so a baby girl, you know, you could do it in the neutral colours, in the lemons, that mint green, you know, sort of, even if it was just a new baby and you weren't sure of the girl or the boy. Again, using those envelopes there from that emoticon set. Really cute. And then I've just got one with that sewing. I love how the buttons have been used to make the little wreath on that one. Little cotton bobbin and the needle. Such little intricate dies. You know, you would never be able to cut this out by hand, that little needle. It's just so fine. Yeah. But done in the mirror card there, it just looks so realistic. So we're going to pop these straight into a demo, and I've got the new home set. All right,
I have been recharged. It was just a case of Control-Alt-Delete, and they managed to get me going again. Caroline says, Ben needs a recharge. I did. I'm fine now. And OMG, says Gilmore, who turned Ben off? What did I step into, Mr. Moseby? Says Susie, you are a rock star, crafting away, and then your mic drops. It's all happening. By the way, thank you for the comments coming through. Ben, you are a rock star. Ben, you rock. I only made a card, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Crafty rock star. Hashtag the clunky crafter. I've got some just more finished samples as well as we just get ready for Jan. We're just recharging Jan as well. We've just plugged her in, and she'll be back to full juice in just a second. What it is because the shows, 2-3 hour shows, you know, we need a bit of recharging as we go through. That's what it is. But I think we are all good to go. That's what it was, Johnny. You're right. We were going to have the chocolate from the last show, and we never got round to having it. So that's what we need to do. We'll have a chocolate break in the next break that we've got. But these, again, just a few more samples. This is one of my faves that our Craig made. I think that is genius. I love that. Using the alphabet dies that you've got in this set, create a little word search, and then create your own little word message in there. It's a boy. I love that. Right, we are ready and raring to go. Jan is recharged. I am recharged.
Generated, we're good to go.
Let's go.
Okay, so again, we're going to go with that new home this time, and we're just going to make a nice little new home card in conjunction with things that you've already got in your stash. All right, so the first thing that I've done is make a nice tall background card. So again, I'm back to my craft card. I'm mixing it with the turquoise this time. So let's get that matte and layer popped down before we do a little bit of die cutting. And then I've brought my Gemini Mini mini across, because these are designed to fit perfectly in the mini. And again, like I said, if you're working with the kiddies, you've not got to worry about any electronical parts. If they're poking the fingers in the machine, you know, and anything like that, you don't need to worry, because that mini is all just hand cranked. So let's get that one on there ready. That's going to be my base at the ready. And then what I wanted to do, and this was sort of inspired by one of the samples that I saw, and I've taken one of my cut and emboss folders that we've had on previously. So this is the polka dot one with the circle apertures, and I've just cut out one of those in the craft card, and I've just popped a little tiny bit of ink over it just to sort of show those polka dots in there. And I wasn't kidding about the gems. Look, here they are again, those little dreamies everywhere. Honestly, I love them. I hope there's some more colours coming. So again, what we're going to do is stick this one down to create the frame, and then we're going to do a little bit of die cutting to actually put those details inside the frame there. So let's just take the tape off that one. And these are great as well for scrap busting. So if you've got that little box full of scraps or drawer full of scraps, wherever you keep them, this is honestly a real winner for just using up all those little pieces, because the dies don't need much card. I certainly wouldn't be cutting into a big sheet of card just to cut some of these out. So I literally went through and pulled out a few bits, literally out of the scrap box, cut them down to size, although I often cut them like this to put them away anyway into smaller pieces. And then you've got the most gorgeous little dies in here. So we're going to cut the house out of the brown. We'll stick that one on there.
Isn't it great that we've done a selection just specifically for the mini? I love
honestly,
that so
it's
much.
brilliant. Yeah, we're going to do the keys and the little home sign on the gold, and then there's a little tiny heart that we're going to do on the pink there. So again, anything like that, obviously that one's very tiny, so I'm just going to cut it rather than putting that whole piece of cardstock through. I'm just going to stick it down and then just take a piece out of the corner here, and we should be able to fit most of this on in one pass. So again, we've got the pieces to go on the gold there, and doing them on the gold like this is going to make them look really realistic as well.
Yeah, of course.
So again, just pop them in place so that everything's not going to slide out of the way.
Are you a mini or a midia when you're using your manual machine?
I use both, to be honest. It depends what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got them both either side of my desk, and it depends what size embellishment. And I'm quite surprised at how much I put through the MIDI, to be honest. Unless it's something intricate, you know, like we were using the creator cards earlier, where we've got all that those different. I'm not saying that the MIDI won't do it. No, it will. But I just think the Gemini gives sort of a, you know, you've got that extra push there, and you've got the facility to do the embossing as well. So again, I'm going to pop these in now. We should be able to get all these in here together. Look, trap them inside, bring in that little mini, give it a good stick down, and then literally it's as simple as just running those through the machine. Perfect. Simple as that.
Simplicity without electricity, some would say.
That's the one, there he is. All right, and you can see, just look at these. It looks like a little real metal key, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So we've got the little home sign. Again, just take all those bits out. So we've got home there. All right, and then we've also, let me just take all my dies back out. Where's the other key gone? There it is. So just in there, we've got that other little style of key. So we've got two different ones there. You've got like the Yale lock and the traditional key there. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. I just love the fact that they are so miniature. And then we've got the house, which has got several little pieces that you can pop out there. There will be a release hole. This one's hit the cardstock to create that release. So again, just tease it out gently. And again, get rid of all the little pieces. You might want to pop a layer behind this, you know, so that you've got some detail going on behind there. So lights in the windows, that kind of thing. And then I've just got that little tiny heart there as well. And we're going to use all those. So I'll sort all the dies out in a second. Just get rid of the bits. Make sure that you don't leave any bits in your folder. And actually what I've just took out of here are the tiny little letters here. You've actually, if you want to keep the letters and use them somewhere else, you've got the word that says home there, but I'm actually just going to pop all those bits to one side. And I have done a little bit of work ahead of time. So I did exactly the same, cut the keys out, and I've just tied a little tiny bit of that gold thread just to anchor those two together. So that was my two little keys there, ready for the embellishments. I've also done the house, and again I've sort of cut it twice and cut it on a bit of craft card just to give it a bit more sort of substance. This one, if you're going to stick it flat, that would be fine, but I put a few little tiny foam pads on the back, so I wanted to make it a little bit more rigid just by popping two layers together. And then the other pieces I've run through my sticker making machine, and then I took the alphabet one and I've just used the letters NEW so that we're going to put new home. All right, so literally now, bring my card back in. I'm going to put the house in the middle, and I have got the tiniest bits ever. I had to chop my foam pads down. So whether
have you got a foam pad finger though, Jan? That's the question.
I know, the foam pad finger.
Yeah.
I know, I heard Debbie say yesterday about whether they'd change the format, because the backs do seem to be coming off easier, I must admit. Either I've sort of got better at it, or I agree with our Debs that maybe they've actually made them a wee bit easier, because I used to struggle, as you know.
Yeah.
So we're going to put the house in the middle there and stick that one just there. And then we're going to take off here, let me just take my top layer off, that one.
I love this as a little new
I just think it's so sweet. And then I've got my little set of keys, and I'm just going to take that, because we've got that and the fine tipped applicator, I'm literally just going to pop a couple of little dots of glue just to anchor this one, and that one's going to go in the top section like so, with those keys at a slight angle like that.
Sam McDonald on Facebook says, I got the mini dies because of the card that you made, Ben, with the dog bones and bowl.
Yeah, fantastic. So again, at the bottom, I'm going to bring this down to the lower part of that aperture.
Yeah.
And then we're going to use the letters to spell new home. So we've got E, and we've got N.
George, have you had any new home cards? Did you get any when you moved into a new place, George, with the joystick? Oh, you did get a few? Yeah, do you get one as nice as this though? No, I was going to say.
Oh, and then just that little heart I'm going to pop on top of there. So again, just using it in conjunction with things that you might already have, as I say, like the embossing folder there.
Yeah.
And again, pop that round, and just something nice and simple like that, just combining a couple of those sets by adding the alphabet letters in, and you've got something that's really cute. I just think they're really nice to play with. All sorts of different designs for different occasions, different shapes and size cards. The green one that you'd got over there was one that I demoed last time I was here, Ben, just to show you that you can go right up to the, I think it was an 8-inch, or either 7 or an 8-inch square. So just because they're little dies doesn't have to mean you do a little sort of display with them, yeah? Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and there you go. This is the card that Jan was just talking about here. So you can go big if you want to. The idea as well, and I didn't come up with it, by the way, but Sam, thank you. I'm glad. It's really nice to hear that you bought the deal because of the card that I made. But yeah, you can use the dies to create little backgrounds as well. There's so many different elements and so many different dies within this collection that it really is a super usable set. I'll just show you again a couple of cards. I know you're just going to have a quick look at everything here. So you're going to get all of these dies within the collection, all of the alphabet, all of those numbers. I mean, there's hearts, there's dragonflies, there's fairies. You've seen there the set that Jan used to create that new home card. You've got the collection, of course, for the pets as well, which is stunning. Again, down the bottom here, look at that for birthdays with the balloons. You've got this set here with little tags, best wishes. I mean, there is so much. And as much as this, yes, is going to be great for creating those cutesy cards, you know, as we've already talked about, you can go big with this as well. Really cute too if you're doing things like, you know, creating those pop-out boxes. If you like doing that, these will work perfect. Cutting out some of the elements, sticking them to a bit of acetate and using them in your pop-out cards. I think a lot of these will lend themselves as well to things like your, you know, your penny slider cards. Look how cute this is though. Talking about going mini again, a little congratulations card for a new baby. with all of the different elements on there. I think that is so cute, with the little vest and the little diaper, the little pin. I mean, just literally, sorry, what do we call them here? Nappies and diapers. I think diapers sounds better as well. But I just think it's so super cute. And let me show you again, because I just think it's so simple, but it's so good. A little bit of matting and layering. Create your own little word search. How cool is that for a new baby card? I just think that is stunning. It's a boy. Phenomenal. We are heading towards 80% of the stock has gone on that collection. Loads of you saying how much you love it. Dan is saying, what a cute card. Love those colours, says Lena Jan. Very pretty card. Lovely slimline card, says Tonya on YouTube. Vanessa on YouTube says, wow, that is a cute card. Yes, super cute. And Fred171 on YouTube says, read the mini. Precision cutting without the cords. Not as catchy as simplicity without electricity. I think you'll find that's the catchphrase, Fred171, that everyone is saying. Precision cutting without the cords. I don't think it'll catch on. I'm only joking, it might do, but I was there first. Let's move on to the Out of This World deal. This is the Out of This World deal here for 24 hours or whilst stocks last. It is the paper handler, Totally Tiffany paper handler with the 3 12x12 paper pad collection, and it works out that you pay for the paper handler and 2 of the 12x12 pads. You don't pay for the third. Paper handlers are brilliant, because they're a great storage system for all of your 12x12 pads. I mean, I'm just looking at this, right? So we've got 3 in there. Well, you can see for yourself 3. I reckon you could easily get another 2 in there, potentially 3. So it's a great way to store all of those paper pads that you've got. And actually a great way, if you get to a point where you've sort of halfway through a paper pad, or you've got sheets of 12x12, you can stack them in there to save them getting dog-eared. They stack beautifully, and whether you're going to file them this way or the other way around, you've got a little cutout each side, so you can pull these off the shelf nice and easily. They're see-through, so you can easily see what collections that you've got. And when you decide to use these, when you decide to take these with you, whether you're going to a friend's house or you're going on holiday and you want to do some crafting, the sides pop up. You've got the little handles there, so you can simply take that with you wherever you go. So yes, it's a storage system, but yes, it's a great way to be able to transport your 12x12 pads with you wherever you may roam. And on that...
Talking about these the other day as well, just to let everybody know out there that they do fit in the cube storage that such a lot of us have got for our craft rooms. So they're actually designed to fit, and I use these for mine. I think I've got 4 in one cube, and in each of them I've got about 6 paper pads. So I've got about 24, and I turn mine on the side and I write the name of the paper pad down the spine so that you can actually see what they are in the box, with it being transparent.
And I think as well, these are like a godsend, particularly if you don't have like a designated craft room, aren't they?
So it's just somewhere, and I think having the handles on them as well is just absolute genius.
Certainly, I know lots and lots of people have bought these previously. If you need more storage, get this deal tonight, because as I say, not only are you going to get the paper handler, but you're also going to get 3 paper pads to go with it. This one, as I say, whenever I see it, I always ooh and ah about it. It's just because I love those scenes. I just think they're gorgeous. You know, as much as you've got the lovely pattern papers in here, you flick through a little bit further and then you'll land on another beautiful scene. That one's almost a little bit like a beach scene, that one for me. But hang on, if we go back, to this one here, look at that. Sort of forest scene. I think it's absolutely stunning, but there's plenty of gorgeous papers in there, plenty of gorgeous scenes for you as well. That one is called your Home Away from Home collection. We've then got the Summer Sunset. I've got a bit of a fondness for this pad, as I say, not only for the fact that I love the designs, because I can see a few of them like that one on a shirt, but this was one of the first paper pads that we launched when I first started here. It was a set of 3, I seem to remember. Yes, and
there was that one. There was the grey one was more like paisley prints, and then the blush and the pink. Blush and pink,
yeah.
The navy and the pink,
I remember it was one of the very first
they've all got
shows.
that lovely satin sort of finish on them,
Gorgeous. So that's included in this collection. And then it works out. I think the freebie is the Farmhouse collection, actually, which is here, 42 sheets. And again, you know, if you've already got the Farmhouse collection, a great chance to stock up on this paper pad. But it's a lovely set. I love that. Almost reminds me of a little like a little picnic
The
blanket,
tablecloth,
isn't it? Tablecloth, yeah.
Tablecloth.
For
Or
your
the
picnic.
tops, they used to put those little frilly tops on the jam.
Yeah.
The little like mop caps on top of them,
Homemade jam. My nan used to do that. Oh dear, that takes you back. But then you've got the farmyard animals in here. You've got beautiful frames in there as well if you want to create these bigger projects. And like we say, plenty of snippability within these as well. Lovely florals again, the daisies running through here. Love the little spots, the ditzy prints that you've got in this collection as well. It's lovely. And it comes as a freebie within this collection. So 3 paper pads, all in all, what's that, 42, 42, 50, 90, 120 sheets of paper you're going to get in this collection, plus your paper handler in the out of this world deal. But it is only here for 24 hours or whilst stocks last. Also, a great way to dip your toe in the water when it comes to our aqua markers, because we have our Explorer kit, and I've done a little bit of colouring with the aqua markers. Did some colouring with Debbie on air, and I know it's horses for courses, and I know some people like the alcohol markers. In my little mind, just because again, having done shows, with you, Jan, for example, as well, I look at aqua markers for a beginner and think there's more opportunity earlier on to do more things with the aqua pens, and I think they're more forgiving, potentially.
Yes, I would agree with that. It's a completely different system. There's maybe a bit more skill required for the alcohol markers. I love anything water-based because they play together.
Yeah.
So like those, you've seen me use them where I've used them with the Crystal Overlay Sparkle Brush as a brush pen, picked up that colour, which all of a sudden you've got what's in your pen as a matte colour suddenly becomes a sparkle colour. So yeah, so many different ways to use them.
Of course, dual tipped, you've got your brush nib and your ultra fine nib. That collection there is your primary, so you've got all of the colours that you see here. In conjunction with your water, you've got all of the different hues of those different colours, and experiment, mix and match the colours up as well. You'll have a lot of fun with them, and we'll give you the storage as well. 2 of our clear pen trays to go with. That is $21.59 or $29.59 if you're shopping for that deal tonight, and that is our Explorer kit. Right, we are about an hour to go on this show, so let's just quickly have a look at some other goodies that we've got on the website for you. Oh yes, Creative Expressions, we've got some beautiful die sets actually. 20% saving, and these actually come into £14.06 or $20.46 if you're a platinum member. Launched on Friday. That is the 2-piece collection with 21 elements. Got beautiful florals in there. There's some nice dies in that collection as well for Valentine's. I love that Cupid's arrow that you've got. That's really cute, and then a little heart with the arrow going through it as well. You've also got the Slimline collection decorative heart aperture trio die as well. So again, perfect for Valentine's, perfect for those cards when you just want to tell somebody, oh, you love them, £11.99 or $17.59, and perfect as well if you are loving making slimline cards currently. I know that they're very popular at the moment, and that's a nice die to go with that. We've also then got an embossing folder. Yes, the Elegant Swirls. So these are 5 3/4 by 7.5 3D embossing folders as well. That one is the Elegant Swirls. Perfect again for inking up, adding some of your gilding wax to as well. Great kind of starter point for card making. You've then got your Geo Trellis collection. This one reminds me a little bit of one of those building blocks, you know what I'm talking about. 5 3/4 by 7.5, again, the size on that. All of these, what a price, £4.79 or $7.19 if you want to go for the Geo Trellis. And you knew that I would love this one because I love my daisies. The Daisy Field, how gorgeous is that? Again, really, really lovely starting point for any project. That one is the Daisy Field embossing folder, 3D nonetheless, for £4.79 or $7.19. Awesome, by the way, lots of people saying about the At This World deal. Vanessa saying these are great storage for your 12 by 12 pads, and they do store very well in the cubes that we have. Deborah saying that's how I store my pads also. And Fred171 on YouTube, who came up with the next tagline for the mini, says, okay, I will bow down to the clunky crafter. And Lillian Kwok says, Ben, I've heard you say it twice today, but just realised you were saying the paper pads have plenty of snippability and not sniffability. I was saying snippability, but I'm not being weird here when I say it. I know there's plenty of people who love paper pads for their sniffability as well, but that is just another story for another day. Let us move on though to the reason that you're here. Well, the two reasons: the brand new card kit that we've got, but also this collection, the amazing Enchanted Storybook collection, which you guys have absolutely loved. We are over half of the stock gone on a collection which we're going to see with Jan again now. The ability for you to create these really gorgeous enchanted storybooks with the box, the drawer underneath as well. So as we've been chatting about, you know, this could be the start of a little recipe where you put, you know, your makes inside the drawers. This could be like a little jewelry box potentially. These could be great for little wedding favors, table settings. You guys have already come up with like 1,000,001 ideas of the way that you're going to use yours, but you've got all of the dies to be able to create your storybook on all of the different pages. You've got all of the embellishments there as well. So the little lock and key on there too, little feather embellishments, little florals on there as well. And then we also give you that template for you to be able to make the drawers. And let's just say as well, you know, they are going to make beautifully into, you know, one level drawers with that gorgeous storybook, but that's not to say that you couldn't, you know, make these multiple times over and make them as big as you wanted. And if you wanted to make 2 or 3 drawers and create a little jewelry box out of that, absolutely you can. £20 if you're platinum, $23.96. Be quick on these because these have proved very, very popular. And we've already made one. Jan made one in the first hour of the show, but we're going to come back to these because they've been so popular. These are in high demand this evening. So let's have a look again through this set and see hopefully how easy they are to put together.
Well, we're going to go right from the beginning because obviously I didn't have this next one prepared. So what I've done is I've just gathered some bits together and we're just going to go with the white stamping card to show you the construction side of this, and then literally I haven't got all the embellishments done, but basically to show you how the book goes together and how to make the box that it sits on. So again, you've got a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dies to make the book image, and we'll do those in a second. But first of all, I was going to talk about the templates and how to start off with these to make these into your box. So it is simple as laying it onto your cardstock, and I'm going to use one of the straight edges at the side and one of at the bottom to save having to cut extra pieces. And then literally once you've got that in place, I mean, I haven't even stuck it down, I'm just going to draw around the edge of it. Now we can all do that. Literally follow that template all the way around, take it down that side, and it's even got the little notch marks in there for you to cut out those glue tabs at the bottom. So I'm just going to take my pencil all the way around the edge and draw around, and then don't forget to add, if you want to pop those little tab marks in the other side as well. And then before you remove that template, I want you to go through all these lines that are in the middle as well. So you've got sort of lines here. You need a nice sharp pencil, but this is actually telling you where to put your score lines. So again, just run the pencil and you'll create that template onto your piece of cardstock. All right, simple as that. And then literally either take your guillotine or your scissors, whichever you prefer. And I tend to cut away the pencil line. So I'm cutting just inside wherever I can, that pencil line. As I say, with it being a nice straight edge, there's no reason why you can't use your guillotine to actually cut down here. But again, nice and simple to cut out. Just follow the lines, and as I say, wherever possible on that outside edge, I tend to cut that pencil line away, because if you think about it, drawing around the outside of the template, you've actually enlarged it just a fraction. It's not a lot, but it is just a fraction bigger than the actual template itself. So cutting those lines away again is bringing it more in line with what we had on the template. And then again, I'm going to cut up these, and you want to cut right to where these lines would effectively bisect if you've got them in the scoreboard.
Yeah.
All right, we've done that one. So again, this side, just taking that pencil line away. And don't forget, you know, if you're not too sure about this, you've got your guidelines on the scissors. So we said that this was about 1 1/4 inch. You know, line it up on your scissors at the 1 1/4 inch, and you've got that snip that takes you to just the right place in there to give that perfect cut All right.
Just a question that's come through, and I knew something like this might just pop through. Diana said, can you explain how the embossing of stencils work in the Gemini? So like with this template, for example, then could you put this through to
Yes.
You could
Absolutely,
do that. Okay.
yeah. If you wanted to do that rather than draw around it, because obviously I have got some pencil lines left here now, which we are going to need to use, and then you're into either rubbing them out or popping them on the inside, whatever. So if you wanted to emboss the stencil, obviously this size would need the large Gemini.
Yeah.
But let me just show you the template for that. We need our Gemini plates, and you will also need your rubber embossing mat. Okay. So the minute I get this one out, I know for a fact that I don't need my magnetic one. Okay, and what you want to do is basically create the template onto your cardstock. So I'm going to pop my cutting plate at the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to pop my template with the cardstock over the top. Let me just think. Or is it that way around? No, the cardstock over the top. I have to think about this every time I do it. And then you want your rubber embossing mat. So basically what we're asking the mat to do is squidge the card around the template. All right, so let me do it with one of the other templates, because we're going to need to cut this one out next. What have I done with the other part of the I'll put it in a safe place. I had it a minute ago. There we are. This one. We'll do it with this one because I need to actually cut this one out anyway. So template on the bottom, cardstock over the top, then the rubber embossing mat, and then you're going to pop in your plastic shim and your top cutting plate. So we basically want that rubber mat to squidge the card and make the impression of the template in it. So pass that through your Gemini then. And if it's not quite done a big enough impression, you can also pop an extra layer of cardstock in there, but I wouldn't put the magnetic shim back in. Those two don't play together because there's an excessive amount of pressure in the Gemini. If there's anything wrong with the combination of plates, that pressure has to go somewhere, and the most flexible part of that combination is the rubber mat. Yes. And it will literally, it tends to scrunch it all up like so for some reason, and just proper choose it. But you can see now that we've actually, we'll just pick it up on the camera there. If I tilt it forward, and you see how it's actually created the outline, and it's even put the score lines in there as well. So I can actually use that now with my, probably with the with those being lovely straight sides on that one with the no notches, actually bring the guillotine out and line up those edges with the edge of the guillotine there, and literally just follow where that line has impressed into the cardstock. So again, I'm just going to pop that one, and I can just see through slightly. Yeah, there we go. And then we need to take off the edge there. So where it's made the impression into the card, I'm using that along my outside of my guillotine there. I can just see the impression. The lights are just sort of dazzling it a little. There we go. And then there'll be a little bit to come off that edge. Now, doing it that way, it might be a little bit more wasteful of your card, because had I lined this up like I did the first one, I would have popped it to the outside edge. So because I just sort of guessed where that template was, I've put it in the middle of the cardstock, whereas if I was going to do it onto here and draw around it, I would have gone right up to the edge, so that I'd got some pieces that were maybe a bit more usable. Yeah. So whichever way you do it, it works both ways. All right, so again, if we do this one, we need 2 of this one anyway. So again, pop those lines in here, just so that you can do the scoring. Yeah. So I'm just going to move those out the way a second underneath, and then I'll do this one again just for speed with the guillotine. So again, lining it up where that edge is,
What would you tend to do naturally? Would you tend to use a pen?
When I did the prep at home, I did this one. I did the tracing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't think about popping it in the machine at home.
No.
But I have had a very fuzzy head for the last couple of days with having cold. So whether I was... Oh, have I just chopped off the wrong bit there? What have I done? I think I've chopped the wrong piece off, haven't I? Oh... Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll stick it back together. Yeah, I've chopped that off the end and I shouldn't have done. I don't know why, so I wasn't paying attention.
It's getting late, Jan, that's why.
Yeah, it is getting
That's
late.
why.
So what I'm going to do is just use a bit of tape and stick it back together for the time being. It'll not give us the best impression, but
just whilst you're sticking...
needs must.
Lots of lovely comments. Lots of love for using the template through the machine, by the way. A few people hadn't picked up on that. Rose Baker saying, what a cool trick. Rose also saying, I love the ruler marks on the scissors. And Linda D on YouTube, I love this message, says, my favourite teacher at school was my PE teacher, Miss Smithies. Now I'm 62, my favourite teacher is Jan.
Oh,
she's amazing.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's super cute. I love that. Love that.
Right, so on here, this is the one that we pop through the machine. So you've got the smaller line at this end here. This one works out at a 1/2 inch. Okay, and then flip it around. All right, and I can just see where the machine's made an impression here, but it's actually at 1.5 inches. Now I've done the same on this one, but I'm not going to score because I've already got my accidental bend in that one. And then again, where we've put the score lines on this one, just find a track where they all line up and follow that score line across where the pencil marks were. Okay, so again, I'm just going to line it up and go down where that pencil line is, just so that we can create that edge. And again on this one, if you want to use that central line so that you know that you're in a straight line, we can do it on there. And then the same on that one. And I'm just literally lining this point up here on that black line because I know that that track is directly underneath there. Now normally when I do my scoring, I fold away from the score line. So I would normally do it and fold it this way, but because I've got the pencil lines in, it's not going to hurt it to fold back in on itself, and that's going to fold my pencil lines on the inside then. So again, just for the purpose of the demo here, we'll actually fold them that way so that we've got the pencil inside. It saves me rubbing all the lines out. Okay, so again, literally score and burnish, fold and burnish those lines, should I say. And then we're going to do the same on this one. So again, I'll do the same here because this one's going to fold in anyway. So this is going to become our glue tab on that side. And then again, that one hasn't got any lines on, so I'll just pop that one like so. So basically what we've got then is the equivalent of the bottom half of a box there. So again, we'll use the tape runner this time to just pop glue on those glue tabs, and that's why we took those little sort of wedges out of here, so that if there's a little tiny bit of sort of wonkiness with your cutting, it means that everything's hidden nicely. So again, we're just going to make that right angle just like you would do if you were making the bottom half or the top half of a box. Yeah, it's exactly the same process. We're just making a half of it, and then we're going to make a sleeve a little bit like a matchbox, so that this slides inside the sleeve. So that's going to be our drawer. Okay, so if I bring one of these back in to show you here, you can see that we've got the drawer that slides inside the sleeve. So this is the drawer part, and then the other two pieces that we cut are going to make the sleeve. So we need to add, I'm just going to take again, anything that's a glue tab, I like to just take that little tiny piece off the edge so that you've not got any bits sticking out when you pop them together. So just a little bit on each side there, tiny little wedge up to the score line. Just gives you that sort of little bit of grace if you've got a bit wonky with anything. And then again, we're going to pop these together by adding the glue tab to the wider portion. All right, so we've created one side of the frame, the top, the next side, the bottom, and then this one will eventually stick to the other side. So again, nice bit of glue. And if you want a really good adhesion here, pop your glue tape on both sides. So pop it onto the area that's actually going to be stuck, and then pop it onto the same part of here, so that you're literally sticking glue to glue, and you're going to get a really good stick with it there. And then once you've committed to that, burnish that down so that that glue is going to work nicely. And then again, basically we're going to just fold this one and glue them together, but just to double check and make sure before you pop them together that this is all going to work and fit in nicely. Yeah,
perfect.
So while we've got that there, then just fold it flat. We'll pop the glue on first so that I don't get it on the other side of the box, and then I'm going to hope that my little faux pas of cutting off the edge is going to work.
Sure, it'll be fine.
So again, pop it down that side as well. And then if you fold this one in and fold this one across, just make sure everything's lined up nice and straight, and you should get a nice fit. So the whole thing should fold nice and flat, whichever way you've got it there. So this actually becomes, like the equivalent of our matchbox sleeve there.
Yeah, fab.
So this one's going to go inside here like so. And you've got the base. Now what we were saying earlier is there's nothing to stop you recreating this maybe for a second time and stacking them together. So I would use my collal inside there, my all-purpose, on the top of here, stick the next one on top, and you've got 2 drawers then. Or even a stack of 3 to make 3 drawers before you decorate the top. Lots of different ways of doing it depending on what you're going to use your little trays for and what you're planning to keep in there. So that's the base structure. And then for the top section, we're going to come back to those card pieces. So I'll show you the other way of doing it this time. So I'm just flip-flopping different cardstock so that you can see the construction side of it. I'm not going to do a lot of decoration on this one, just basically showing you how this works. So I'm just going to score my card in half, near enough, which is going to be there. I just had to think then where the halfway mark was. So this is the alternate way of doing. Last time I cut 3 separate pieces and then pop score lines in. This time I'm going to show you how to do the overhang with that bottom layer, because what we need is we need 1 piece for the base here. Yeah. We need 1 piece to return for the easel, which folds, and then we need 1 piece for the top. So the easel piece can all be one. Does that make sense? This piece and this piece can be all 1 layer. Yes. All right. So again, doing it that way, we need to take the outside piece here and just hang it slightly off this edge, because none of this is going to be seen when that top layer folds flat over the top of it. So I've just got some pieces of tape at the ready.
Just a question about these dies as well. So a few people have asked whether or not you could actually make, who was it? Someone specifically, you could make your own little folding book with these, and I don't see there's any reason why not.
No, not at all. So you could literally fold it in half, make a little notebook, So if you're into journaling and things like that, they'd be great for making, I know you use the coffee dyed paper, the tea dyed paper, and actually cut the pages out of that with a little folder on, maybe the craft card on the front, perhaps pop through an embossing folder or something like that. You've got a gorgeous little notebook. You can either sew the middle inside, or you can just literally use some thread around it like I did with the other one. Now then, because I've got 2 layers of craft card now, I'm just gonna grab my metal shim. All right, because we're going to ask the machine now to cut through 2 layers. Now we'll see how it goes. So here we go. We've got that one's going to go onto my, it's not the best metal shim, but we'll have a go with it. Because of, if it was just the outline die, I wouldn't be too worried, but because we've got that lovely decorative detail, I'm going to pop the metal shim in there just to give it some oomph. Okay, so again, all those on. Okay, pop that one through, and we'll see how we go with it. It might not cut through both layers of craft card in one go, we'll see. So So just to pop that through, we'll have a look and see how it's done against the metal shim, whether it's been able to cut both of those layers. We'll soon find out. No, it's not gone all the way through there, but you get the idea of what I mean with it. I'm not too worried about this. It's basically to show you how it goes together. So it's done the cutting around the outside. Okay, cut through the 2 layers like that. It's just the actual detail that hasn't gone all the way through to the inside there.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can see what I mean about it stayed intact here. All right. So I'm not going to fuss too much about that for now. And this is going to be the bit that goes on top of the box. And then what we need to do is put a score line halfway down that front piece. So again, take the bits out of the ones that we can get out. And then literally just again, have a look at this on the board here. I'm going to line up that fold with the edge of the board. And we're coming across here to all but 5 inches. So I'm going to go with the 2.5 mark there. It would be just under, but that will work fine. Okay, and pop yourself a score line, because for any easel card, we need that piece that's going to return onto the base like so. And then the last thing we'd need to do is actually cut another piece of that with the same die.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that same die on there. Okay, just cut that down. I've made a jolly old mess now.
That's all right. By the way,
not used to making a mess. I'm usually fairly tidy, and now I've got bits everywhere.
Shows you're having fun, Jan. Shows you're having fun.
Don't need the metal shim now because we're only cutting that one layer. So again, I'm just going to pop that one down. The only reason I put the metal in is because we were asking it to go through 2 layers of craft card. All right. And then we're going to pop, I'm not going to do all the decorating, you'll get the idea. This one will sit on top like so. And then that 3rd one will be the front of your easel card. So when we take this one out of the folders there, you've got that piece that's going to sit on here like so. All right, so if we just pop a little bit of glue along here and then line those up like so.
Great for a little like religious card as well. It reminds me of like a little lectern that you see in the churches as well.
Yes, like also, with the hymns on and things like that.
And also for anyone who's into their music as well, it's sort of the shape of a music stand.
The scroll, yes. Yeah.
Really nice.
So you can see how that's coming together there nicely. So you would then, if you want to decorate the top of the box first, you can. And then you'd pop glue under here and stick that piece down. And then you've got the rest of those lovely layers. If I just turn this round so that you can see that from above now, and then just choose what pattern papers you want to cut the next layer and the next layer. And if I bring the one in that we did earlier, you can see those layers on that book there. So we've just cut each layer in a slightly different paper or card, and then layered it up with some foam pads, and you've got that where it shows you. If I just move those out of the way at the front there, you can see how that all fits together. So it's fairly straightforward, and like I said earlier, once you've done it once, you'll see how easy it goes together, and you'll just be wanting to create them in all different patterns, colourways, themes. You're just not, that's never going to stop. It's like all those ideas now, and it's like, what else can I do? What else can I do with it?
Yeah, it is like the never-ending story, this, isn't it? And over half of the stock has gone. It is the most popular item of the day today. £19.99 is your platinum price. $23.96. I love it when we bring you brand new goodies. I love it when we do launches. I particularly love it when we do launches and they're under £20. They're under $25. They are phenomenal. Annie on Facebook says, that makes me feel so much better. I thought I was the only one who did crazy stuff when crafting. It makes me feel more normal. Thank you, Jan. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. As I say, lots of love for the trick with the template as well, says Barbara A. And a few others just saying, love that trick, Jan. And Crafty AJ says, not crafting today, but Jan is just a pure joy to watch and to listen to. I feel like and we have certainly learnt a lot over the course of this afternoon. We've had 5 hours and 20 minutes together, Jan, and I tell you what, it's been a mammoth afternoon, but I feel like we've learned so much. You guys are loving the deals as well, picking up all of these brand new launches. Of course, this collection is brand new. We're going to come back to you as well, I think, before we finish the brand new rocker card kit that we've got on the show as well. And we've got some previews coming up for you too in just a few moments' time of more goodies that we've got coming your way on more launches not only tomorrow but also on Friday as well. So stick around for all of that. Now though, we're going to take a short little break, give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, and then we will come back with even more in just a few moments' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We thought we'd come and have a bit of a sit down. It is nice. It feels nice to have a little bit of a sit down on the sofa at the end of a long day. So we thought we'd have a bit of a chinwag and a bit of a chit chat. If there's any questions that you want to ask us, because we might be here for the next 35 minutes.
Not decided yet.
No, we've not decided what we're going to do. Might do. We might move and do something else. But if you want to join us, do you want to join us? If you want to ask us anything, you can't join us.
Could do with a nice little lap tray now, just to do a bit of cutting and sticking on, couldn't we? A bit of colouring.
We could do with that chocolate, Jan. That
chocolate, I got it out ready. Yeah, should we pass it round? Bit of a boost.
Yeah, we thought actually what we'd do is we'd give you a bit of a heads up as to what's coming tomorrow. We'll chat more about that in just a bit, but we'll also thought we'd preview some items that we've got coming up. Tomorrow we've got a brand new launch, 2nd of February, can you believe it? Launch day coming up with George will be here tomorrow, won't he? Yes, tomorrow afternoon. And I saw these briefly again when we had them on the HSN show. The brand new, it's going to be George and Craig, the brand new chalkboard stamps. This effect is so on trend at the minute,
Yes,
isn't it?
it is. I think the white, the embossed white like that on the black card is stunning.
Yeah.
I'm a bit jealous that I didn't get these to launch. I won't lie. These are right up my street.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that you see, isn't it? In those like sort of like kitschy sort of funky shops.
Yes. You can imagine making little wall plaques to go in the house for them, can't you? For home decor pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you the cardstock because we're going to give you a selection of cardstock to go with these as well. But you get all of the stamps in this collection. So this is lovely, isn't it? The greatest thing you can be is yourself. And that chalkboard effect then, how is that created, Jan?
I'm guessing it is just white embossing powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stamped with the sticky ink on the black cardstock. Let me just have a little look because I've not actually seen the sample, but yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's just our matte black cardstock, stamped with the sticky ink, the watermark ink, and then it's white embossing powder heated, and you get that stunning result. And obviously the lettering then's got that little bit of shimmer from the embossing powder. And again, the other one's the ink background, and it's had the same white embossing powder melted over the top of it. So however you wanted to do it, you could do it onto pattern papers, you could do it onto cardstock, however you wanted to do the background. All those products that we had on Creative Expressions, those lovely pixie shimmers, you could then emboss over the top of those.
I love it, obviously, because you're making cards with these, but I look at these as little home decor pieces.
Yeah, just little tiles.
Yeah, and I also think these would be on little coasters as well.
Yes, that'd be good, yeah.
Look really, really cute. These are more that you're going to get. So your second little collection here is do more of what makes you happy. I mean, true words spoken right there.
Yep.
Also in this collection, you've got, you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. True words here, aren't there?
There's some good ones there, aren't there?
Love as much as I love the chalkboard effect, I love some of the
inking behind it looks good as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. This one is life is tough, but so are you. Yes. Really, really lovely sentiments. And again, how nice is that? That's the kind of thing you pop on a card, maybe just to send to somebody who's having a bit of a tough time, because you don't always have to wait for a special occasion to send a card to somebody.
No, they're very motivational, aren't they? Yeah.
Make your dreams happen. We're living the dream this evening. Enjoy the sweet little moments. How lovely are these? These are great.
They're lovely.
Laughter is the best medicine.
It sure is.
Isn't it?
It sure is.
What else have we got here? Go out there and do amazing things. So cute.
Very inspirational, aren't they? Yeah.
I love this colour again here.
Yes.
Really, really beautiful. Life is too imperfect to be taken seriously.
I like that one.
Definitely live by that mantra. Oh, important, is it?
I don't know how you're reading that from there.
So, too important.
I need my goggles on to read those. Too important.
I liked imperfect. Life is too important to be taken seriously. This one here, it says, may you be forever blessed.
Very nice. Yeah.
And I think
great focal images as well for, I'm thinking on scrapbook pages. They're a nice size, aren't they, to actually include on a scrapbook page as well.
And then we're also, within this collection as well, I believe,
I've just seen there the cutest
little anti-static
bag. Look at that! How cute is that?
Yeah.
I've not seen that before now. That is amazingly cute.
These are much sought after as well, because a lot of people are always asking about is it, what did Johnny say? Is it a hamster pillow?
Is it a hamster pillow?
Yes, John. Either that or someone's raided like a doll's house.
That is amazing. Yeah, I love that.
What is that? Why have we got that in this collection?
Basically, it's for when you're embossing, when you heat embossing, because when we handle the card, the oils and things on your skin, without even seeing it, there will be marks on your cardstock. And what happens when we use embossing powders, it will stick to pretty much anything, including sticky fingerprints.
Right.
So by running the embossing buddy over the cardstock first, it leaves like a chalky substance on the card, so that when you apply the embossing powder, it will only stick to where you've stamped that sticky ink. And then after you've finished and your embossing powder's dry, you can just buff it and get rid of it. Because if you're working on black cardstock or a dark colour, you often get like a glow. Sometimes from the elements in the embossing powder, sometimes you can still see the chalk. So once it's dry, just buff it over with a cloth and it's gone. It doesn't stay there, it just prevents things sticking where you don't want them to stick. Perfect. But that is the cutest one I have ever seen. Mine's like the big daddy to that one. Mine's
pillow.
about 4 times the size of that. That is so cute. Well, that's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot.
It's cute.
Yeah.
You're going to get cardstock in this collection as well. So 200 sheets of cardstock. So you've got your deep forest green. Of course, we're also going to give you the chalkboard, sorry, that's navy, isn't it? The navy cardstock. You've then got on top of that 50 sheets of your burgundy, and there's that black cardstock as well. So all of that, I believe, is included. Lots of excitement about this collection already coming through, actually. Saying that these would, yes, they would. The sentiments would look great on T-shirts as well.
They would, yes, they would.
Love those statement stamps. They're a must for me, says Aisha. Beautiful sentiments and great sayings in this set, says Mary Reno as well. And lots of love for the anti-static bag coming in as well. There's a sentence I thought I'd never say. It's the cutest little
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen, I must admit.
So adorable. Gilmore says it looks like smelling salts.
Looks like those little silicone sachets that you get inside when you buy a bag or something.
Yeah.
You get those in the bottom, don't you, to stop it getting damp?
Yes.
It looks like one of those.
Yes, if you want to get the cute, adorable little bag, you can pick up this collection tomorrow. There will be a big bundle that you can go for, and of course you'll be able to split it down into smaller elements as well. I wonder if there'll be the opportunity just to buy the little bag. I don't know, but you have to wait and see tomorrow. Johnny's just gone. I hope so. Lord's Day tomorrow with Craig and George. So make sure you jump in for that. And talking about cute, right? Let me just invite in. You may have just noticed Becky and Becky on Softer Side on Friday. I've got 2 little friends who've joined me.
Oh wow! Look at those.
Are these not just the cutest little friends ever? We've got this cute little, little teddy bears. You've got a little cat and a little dog there, haven't you? And what you're going to get is the ability to be able to build these yourself. Do you know what I love most about these? Not only do they look so super cute, but you've got the ability to be able to build their own clothes as well, because you get the templates.
Yeah.
Look at that! The little cat's got a little pair of dungarees with a little cute fish in
there.
How cute!
They are adorable, aren't they?
Love the button detailing on the arms as well, which is amazing. But which one of these do I like best?
Oh,
obviously this guy with the waistcoat and the bow tie. I mean, seriously, if you
I'm going to call him Ben. Ben Junior.
Looks a lot like me, actually, doesn't it? There we go. Except I
Those
normally
floppy ears that give it away, Ben.
I normally put a shirt on underneath, and I normally wear long trousers as well. Oh my goodness!
Aren't they adorable?
So adorable. What's that, Johnny? Looks like I'm half ready for work. This will be me in the morning because I'm back here again tomorrow morning. I'll forget to put my shirt on. But Ben, you need to get dressed and sort your ears out. So you've got the 2 little characters, and it basically comes in this set for you here. So you're going to get all of these templates. These are going to be busy because you've got your teddy bear template in this collection, but then all of the templates to create the different clothes for the characters as well. So you can pop your little teddy bear in dungarees. You've got the little waistcoat. Love the little dungas on.
Could really personalise those, couldn't you? Yeah.
And then you've got the template to be able to create the actual teddy bear as well. I mean, you can create a whole family of little Teds. We're also going to give you in this collection too a bundle of fabric as well. So you've got your pretty pastels. The colours in there, by the way, if I just flip it around, you can see them all. Again, how cute to make one of these for like a new baby potentially.
Oh yes, in the colours, that's lovely.
Yeah,
they are really cute. I can see those going, the stock of those disappearing pretty quickly. Yeah.
And you've also got your teddy bear accessories in there as well. So you've got little buttons in there and little popper studs as well. Brenda's just said that dog, he's not wearing a bow tie. It's a bone tie, of course. How did I not spot that?
They are adorable. I love them.
So these two are coming up on launch day. Well, I say launch day, it's going to be on Softer Side with Becky and Becky on Friday, isn't it? Friday the 4th, between 2 and 4 on Friday. So if you want to jump in and grab those, make sure you do. These are the cutest little things. I just pop them there. Lots of lovely comments still coming through, actually. Let's just read a few more of those. We've still got in the final 20 minutes the demo of the show to come as well, so we should look forward to that. Yes, the dog finally got a pair of pants, says Fred171. Have we done similar ones without pants before?
Oh, right.
Oh, I don't know. You got pants. It's good. It's good news for you.
Better dressed, yes.
Yes. How adorable, says 4 Holidays. And these are so cute, says Shadiah. That resembles you, Lord Ben. I mean, yeah, he's a good looking...
It's the waistcoat that gives it away.
Thanks. I really like the waistcoat, actually.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Yes, and Gwenda's saying it is a bone tie. Absolutely. Love, love, love it. Tomorrow, of course, must just mention it's very exciting that we have got the first of our crafty guests joining us here at Crafters TV. I'm sure a lot of you will be aware by now that obviously we've expanded our hours, so we've got more crafty shows for you, but also we're inviting lots of our crafty friends to come and join us on Crafters TV. And the first of which will be joining us tomorrow, the first of whom I should say will be joining us tomorrow. The lovely Lisa Horton will be joining us, and I know we're super excited, and I've been watching her Facebook page today.
She's actually winging her way up the motorway as we speak, isn't she?
Yeah, and she's for those people who haven't met Lisa, she's a super talented crafter.
Absolutely. I've followed Lisa for a very long time. She's a great mixed media artist.
Yeah.
She's got her own range of stamps and embossing folders and things now, and I know she's bringing some brand new items with her tomorrow. But if you do use Facebook, you can actually find her on there, Lisa Horton Crafts. And as I say, she's tracking her journey because she comes from very much down south, and she's travelling all the way up to the northeast, and she's literally been sort of video diary in her journey. So yeah, I had a little sneaky peek while we were in the break, and she took a pit stop, I think, to go to use the bathroom on the way up. Yes, bless her. She's so excited.
She's as excited as we are. And as Jan says, if you get a chance, find her out on Facebook. You'll be able to watch those videos, and you'll get to meet her tomorrow, and you'll be able to fire lots of questions at her as well, because she'll be here live in the studio. She's lovely, and she's super talented as well. We know that you're going to absolutely love her. Talking about the brands that we love, Hunkydory, of course, one of those brands that we always love to feature here on Crafters TV. And in case you missed it, I lose track of time. I think this was last week now. The Hunkydory By the Show collection, the brand new collection, which brought you your memorable moments set and also your spring bird song. It's a massive collection, right? You've got everything that you would expect from a Hunkydory and more, as far as your toppers are concerned, as far as your papers and inserts. There's little books in here. There's 8x8 paper pads in here as well. There's concept card kits included as well. Amazing. Yes, you've got your parchment, of course, as well. Check the website for full details, because you can break down the bundles into smaller bundles, but if you want to get everything, including in that as well, by the way, those essential sentiments books where you've got like thousands of different sentiments. You've got the Mactastic one included in there too. £77.40 is the platinum price on that, or $113.50. As I say, head to the show page to see all of that, and we're going to have a play with those in just a few moments' time. We're going to do the demo of the show.
Are we not popping your rocker in there?
You start numbering them up, I'll go and get it.
Go quick,
the clunky crafter needs to get his card in there.
So, at the top of the show then, we started off with that beautiful Enchanted Storybook die. So this is going to be number 1, with the easel card sat on the top there, and then that lovely sort of drawer facility on the inside. So that's going to be number 1. Number 2, we did the rocker cards together.
So they said to me, they said, that's got to be the winner, Ben, don't bother putting your card in. That's what they just said.
Honestly.
Johnny and George. How mean is that?
Get it on here. Get it on here.
We'll do that as a joint effort.
So yeah, we did the rocker cards for that demo. So just that little bit of movement in there. They're really cute, aren't they?
Johnny's just gone, yeah, I suppose they're nice. They're nice.
And then number 3, we used those mini dies that we had there for the Gemini mini, and we did the little new home cards. So 1, 2 or 3 for the demos.
Get voting. You've probably got
Doesn't
about 10
seem
minutes.
much for 3 hours worth of work, does it?
But it doesn't.
What happened?
I mean, but the thing is, when you think about it though, that took 40 minutes of explanation. Then you did that again, didn't you, a minute ago? So it is actually
when
4.
I look at it there, I think, well, that's not much for 3 hours work, is it? I'll be getting the sack.
Blame it on me.
The boss is not watching.
Say I was chatting too much. I've just remembered as well, though, by the way, we've got to do that vote, and then we'll have to do the vote for the demo of the day. So let's give you 5 minutes on this.
Yes.
5 minutes. Are we going to have a look at some Hunkydory?
Shall we?
Are we going to play with this?
Yeah, we've got another card kit here.
Right.
So this one is Spring Bird Song. If I turn this over here, we've got another concept card kit. So this is actually similar to what we were doing with the rocker cards, but that was a Crafter's Companion kit. This one's a Hunkydory kit. So these are gorgeous because the cards are actually in the shape of the little bird house. So in here then, just to show you the idea, we've got, again, instructions in the back here as to what you need to do. And it just says that you'll need either foam pads or double-sided tape. And again, if I just pop these round, turn those round that way, and then that's that back one. You can see here that you've got, this is actually the card blank. So when we fold it here, you're going to get the card in the shape of those gorgeous little bird houses. So you've got them in that pink colour. So let me just have a look. There's 2 of each. So you get 2 in the pink, you've got 2 in that yellow theme, and then we've got that lovely blue. We've got the envelopes to come with them as well. So just pop those in.
I think you can make 8, I want to say. Yeah, there's a green under there as well, isn't there?
And then you've got the green. And then these are the inserts to go inside. So you can pop this sort of to write your little message on. And again, you've got 2 sheets of those to play with as well. So, and then we've got a gorgeous little topper sheet here. So again, you know, you can take elements and they're all numbered here. So, you know, you can work with these and actually build up, you know, things that go with each sheet. So shall we put one of these together, Ben?
Come
what do you think?
Yeah, I think we should
what
do it.
colour
We've got
do you
time.
fancy?
Well,
mine's got to be a pink one, I think, hasn't it?
Are you doing one? I'm doing one.
Yeah, why not? Oh, no, we'll let you do it, actually.
No, what?
I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to stand here and be teacher.
Okay. Well, what were you going to do? Pink?
I was going to do the pink.
Well, I'll do the pink one then.
That's cool. You can pick whatever colour you fancy.
No, we'll go with pink. I like pink.
Yeah?
It matches my tie.
It does, doesn't it? So again, first job is to pop all the pieces out, just like we did. Just snap that that little connection. They're just in by, they call them tangs, the little tiny pips that hold them together.
Okay. Tang. Pop that one out. Are we going to use all of these, do you reckon?
We may as well pop them out, and we can always pop them back in the packaging.
Okay.
So on the instructions it says choose a beautiful birdhouse topper sheet and press out all of the die cut elements as well as the matching numbered elements from the embellishment topper sheet. So on the top here, this one says beautiful birdhouse number 1 on the top, and if you look at your topper sheet, you've got a selection here of elements that have all got that number 1.
Okay.
So these are all sort of connected to that first sheet. So shall I pop 1 or 2 of those out for you, Ben, while we're going along? I don't know whether we need everything, but we'll just take, we need a little birdie in the birdhouse, don't we?
You'd probably keep this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, again, you know, you've sort of, is there... Yeah, they're playing on the other side, look. So again, I'd be punching elements out of there. Yeah. So before I actually got rid of it. So first of all, then let's follow the instructions step by step, as if we were doing this for the first time. So firmly fold your birdhouse card blank. So you've got the score line in there, and that's going to give you your actual card blank. Do you want the bone folder again to burnish that? And then we're going to pop the centre out of here as well.
Okay.
All right, and what you have got then is the little door here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we just want a tiny, tiny bit of tape. I think will probably be the easiest thing there, just on the little hinge. And then we're going to stick this onto the front so that it will open to reveal what's inside. Okay, so you just need a tiny little bit. I think that'll be easier than trying to get the tape on there.
Okay.
And then we've also got, you can see this piece is going to be sort of the gable for the front of it. So I'll just be popping those bits out of there ready for you, Ben, because we've got a couple of pieces inside there.
That one wonky. That's why they call me the clunky crafter.
Not the wonky crafter.
The wonky crafter. Wonky crafter, clunky crafter.
I'm going to have him crafting again on Thursday, guys, because we've got a craft along coming up. Now, the details for that should be going up on social media over the next couple of days. Yeah, so I'm going to get him crafting again on Thursday. We're going to be doing something similar to that storybook setup, but we're going to make it without the templates. I'm going to show you how to do the different shapes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm enjoying all of this crafting. It's so much fun.
With some of the foam pads then, I'll pass you some of those back. In fact, those are actually, no, we'll go with those ones. And we're going to pop this one on. All right, so this goes on the front. This is going to be your sort of gable here on the front. So you just want some little foam pads on the back of there. And if they're too wide, I'd just snip them with the scissors in half if they're too big.
How many would you stick on then?
Certainly got one in the top and maybe just one at each end. If you snip one in half, you'll be able to just pop them in the end there. Or you might want one halfway just to bridge it, otherwise you'll get a bit of a dip in the middle, yeah? Okay.
This is good.
And then the best bit is just the embellishing, so you can decide then what it is you want to do, and we'll get you... we need a little insert to pop inside as well.
You know, it's the one thing I haven't quite mastered yet, which obviously Jan and all the guys do brilliantly, is to craft and talk at the same time. I go ever so quiet.
It's all that concentration.
Well, it is. It is. I haven't quite mastered the chat and then the craft at the same time, you see. Okay.
Right, I'm just looking to see what else we've got. I'll let you choose out of there what you want to embellish with. So once we've got that together...
Am I going to put a little thing on the door?
You could put one of those on the door. This is the bit that goes on the inside. So you've got your little insert, look, that's just designed to fit perfectly. I think you'd be better with your tape pen for that one. Okay. So that can go on the inside. That's where you're going to write your little message on the inside. Yep. And then the rest of it, don't forget the flick.
Oh dear.
Now look what you've done.
Now look what I've done.
Oh.
Flick like that,
that's it.
There we go.
It breaks the connection on there, yep. So that's where you're going to write your message inside there. And these again are so cute. They really are. And then however you want to embellish. So yeah, we can put one of those little circles on the front. And again, where that score line is, if we just give that an extra little burnish down there, it'll help it stay folded together, yeah.
Wondering whether... Oh, actually, no, I'm going to put... because I'm going to put birds on, aren't I?
Yeah, you've got the extra... I've only popped the bird out. I didn't know what else we wanted off here. There's some floral images on number one. There's a gorgeous little bow. That might look nice at the top of the...
reckon, yeah. Let's get that
Shall
bow
I pop that one out as well?
Yeah. Here we go. Where's that little... So has he got... Can I decoupage the little birdie up then, or is it just like individual elements?
I think it's just that individual for number one, because I'm just sticking to the pink number ones, because the next ones then fit with... Although there is a second sheet if you want to decoupage him. It's identical.
It's good.
Yeah? And then we've got... I'm trying not to tear that on the way out there. There we go.
Oh, so I'll put the bow up there with a little sticky...
I think that would look nice just up on the top there, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then do you want any of the floral elements to go?
Just wondering where they might put my bird. I'm thinking like he might just go...
Oh, yeah, on the roof, as if he's just landed, on the roof. And then what does this one say? This is anniversary wishes.
So maybe...
You're so special. Yeah, I like him on the roof like that.
Just put a little bit of... Where's my tape pen gone? Just put a little bit... Oh, he's double-sided.
Oh, that's good then for the top, because you'll be able to see both sides,
Okay, here we go.
Yep, you've got handmade with love. You could put that on the back.
Okay.
He's just there, look, as if he's landed on the roof, ready to come and have a nosy.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else did I say I was going to do?
I've got
the bow.
That bit looks as if it should fit
on the bottom.
Across the bottom there, shouldn't it? Yeah. Again, just lots of fun. You know, there's no right or wrong with this kind of kit. It's just however you see that taking shape. And again, you've got some inspiration on the sheet here that comes in that pack. We've got some of them made up ready. So if you want some ideas, you know, if you're not quite sure how to put those pieces together, you've got some ideas there for putting the pieces on. All right. That's looking nice, isn't it?
It's looking right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johnny, I've just realised I'm not doing my job, am I? Because Johnny's just gone, have you got the demo? I've got the, sorry, I have. Johnny's gone, you got the demo of the show? I'm crafting, Johnny. I'm busy crafting. Have I got, no, we haven't got it yet. Oh, hang on. No.
Not yet?
Oh no, we have demo of the show. Do you want to do that quickly? Pause the demo. What do you reckon it was?
It's going number 1, I would think. Yeah?
Number 1.
Fantastic. Yep. So then we need to do demo of the day, don't we?
Do you want to,
He's off.
Just quickly, maybe finish that.
I'm going to pop the handmade with love on the back,
yeah.
because I think that would look nice just on the back there as well. So I'm going to, he was off there. Oh, pop that one here, look, just along the back. I think that looks nice on the bottom there, like that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I think that's quite sweet.
Little
I don't
is
know
more
whether it needs
with this.
anything else. And again, you've got that lovely little hinge door. I think they're great. I mean, it could be, if you didn't want to write a message inside, you could actually add another one of these in here so that when you open the door, you've got a picture inside, you know. However, there's so many elements that you can really have a good play with.
But
them.
like with that craft kit earlier on, you look at, again, how many elements we didn't use in that demo.
There's still lots and lots left. I mean, even on that number 1 for the pop-out pieces, we've still got lots of the floor elements there that you could use on a card. There's some extra pieces. There's another bird up there. And you get 2 of each of those. Obviously, because there are 2 sheets of each colour, you get a corresponding decoupage bit to go with it. Yeah, so again, really cute. I just think that's lovely. Again, just those occasions where it's not actually a birthday, it's not an anniversary, just wanted to say hello, just want to brighten your day. Absolutely, just a little tiny message inside there, just that you're thinking of someone. I think they're lovely.
I love it. It's one of the many components in this collection. I mean, that probably was a contender for demo of the show, but sadly, it happened too late.
Oh.
I'll take it home. Should we do the demo of the day?
Yep.
So this is going to be a tough vote. So Craig made this earlier. That's number 1.
That's
Look
Positive
at that.
Thoughts.
Positive Thoughts
They're lovely.
collection.
That's one of those from the card pack there, isn't it, on the front? Yeah.
So that's 1.
Perfect size.
I've got to tell you, I think my favourite's there. Number 2.
That was the box with that gorgeous purple, and then we had the shaker elements inside. On that one, yeah.
And then number 3 is that beautiful
storybook
that you've just made.
Yep.
So 1, 2 or 3, you've got about 3 minutes to get your voting on that. Let's read some comments, and also whilst I'm doing that, just to remind you of everything you're going to get in the Buy the Show collection. 7740. There's so much in this collection, as I say, not just that concept card kit, but then you've got all of the wonderful birdsong paper. You've got all of the cardstock, foiled cardstock in there as well on Adorable Scoreable. You've also got Matte-tastic. The birdsong is on Matte-tastic as well for you as well. So if you wanted to ink and do all of your other bits and pieces with that, you can. You've got 8x8 paper pads. You've got the little book in there as well. You've got the Magnificent Moments. Is that what it's called? Yes, Magnificent Moments. Oh, Memorable Moments, rather. You've got your Essential Book of Sentiments, twice over, once in the Matte-tastic. I mean, there's tons in there. £77.40 or $113.58 is the deal on that one, and it is in smaller bundles for you as well. Just a few comments coming through, and then we'll have a look at some of the storybooks with Jan. Lots of love about the preview, especially about those teddies. Caroline says, you know what's coming now, a competition to name those 2 teddies. Oh, yes, tune in Friday. Alison says, oh, Lisa's arrived at our hotel, Lisa Horton, and is looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And lots of love for this Hunkydory set as well. Rose says, I love it when everyone is getting to have fun on the live shows. Good job, Ben. Thank you. And Mary says, I think it's great that Ben is doing some crafting. We love to get involved. We love it. And I feel quite lucky, actually, because we get to go over to the side of the studio and get the expert tuition from the guys. So we're always learning. And one day, you never know, one day we might be there in about 2054 or something. You know. Just before we get the vote for the demo of the day, let's have a look one more time at the Storybook collection. This has been so popular today, almost at 60% of the stock gone. The dies and the templates for you to be able to create the most gorgeous project. Jan, let's just have a quick look before we disappear at some other of the finished samples that you've got over there.
These are absolutely gorgeous. Let me just move those to one side from the front there. But yeah, you know, whatever, I'm just thinking of all the different collections that I've got, all the Sarah Signature collections, the Nature's Garden, you know, that we've collected over the months and the years. Just absolutely go to town. So whatever collection you chose to make one of these with, they're going to look so, so pretty. And again, this folds down flat. I'd be making a little gift box to put the whole thing in if I was going to gift it to somebody. So I'd literally look at the dimensions and make a gift box to sit the whole thing in. But don't forget, you've got that lovely drawer element where you can actually stash whatever. You know, if you were gifting this to someone, you might want to put something, some little treats inside there already. And then you've got the facility to make that easel card. This one's had a lovely little bead dangled on the end of the bookmark there with the little keys on the bottom. Really pretty. So that's in the blue, and that's using the papers from that gorgeous Swan Lake box there. Yep. And then again, you know, just swapping the colours. You can see when we take the black here, black and green, that's a lovely, lovely combination of colours. That one doesn't want to stand up. All right, you can see there using those feathers. All those embellishments are all part of the kit, and then just layering up these gorgeous little book pages with the different sort of papers and vellums and things like that. And then again, you know, going very, very vintage with that craft card and the ink. I love how the corners of the pages have been sort of rolled over as well on here. Adding in any embellishments from your stash, you know, so the little butterfly there just being added in. Gemstones, and again, you've got that lovely little pull-out drawer there just to give whatever you're going to pop in there. I think they're a really nice little keepsake to make those.
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. I am just getting this second. I can see that Susie Socials is typing. She just initially messaged me, watched the previous show for this, to say demo of the day is number 4, Jan's chocolate bar holding box. That's not in the vote, Susie! What are you talking about? Outrageous! I messaged her back. I was like, no, is it really? I can tell you that the real winner, although that was very good, it didn't make it through because you let us keep the chocolate bars. The real winner, demo of the day, it is a Jan make. It's the Storybook card box number 3, Jan.
Fantastic, thank you guys. So that was the one that we made on the show there, just using a combination. We had little bits of Bell Countryside papers in there. We'd got some of the satin card in there. And then that's that little drawer, just like that matchbox. Again, you could put paper inside the bottom here, so pop some tissue. Be nice with little wax candles in there, or little soaps, so all sorts of, you know, we went through loads and loads of gift ideas for it, didn't we? I'm quite partial to the recipe one with the biscuits, the cookies or the fudge in there would be very nice. It's all back to food again, isn't it? We're back again.
I know. We will definitely, as this show finishes in a minute's time, be chomping on some
Devour
of that
the chocolates.
Oh yeah, we deserve it. I would say a massive thank you to everyone who's been involved in the shows this afternoon. Thank you to John. Thank you to Jake, working hard behind the scenes. Thank you to all of the social guys, as always. Susie's been on today. Colleen was here. I think Rachel joined us as well. Grace, always brilliant on the socials. And thanks to the guys in the gallery, as always, producer Johnny and George of the Joystick, running the Good Ship Craft today. Massive thank you to you, Jan, as well. And we're back together on Thursday,
On Thursday, yeah. I've got a day. Well, I'm saying a day off tomorrow. I've got my little grandson tomorrow. It's Nana Day tomorrow. And then I'm back Thursday for 2 shows on Thursday. I shall see you then.
Yeah, looking forward to that. That'll be myself and Jan with a craft along and a cartload, plus a very special guest. I will be back with you very soon, actually. First thing in the morning with Debbie Robinson and Lisa Horton. It's going to be an amazing day. See you then. Until then, bye-bye.